Say. The umpires are now coming onto the field as we get ready for the grand final. And now we're getting ready for the grand final. Welcome, the St Mary's Football Club. We now welcome to the field the Nightcliff Tigers.
First Hello, Charlie King here from the No More campaign. The campaign asks all Australians to say no more to family violence. The high and unacceptable levels of family violence in Australia are a national shame for all of us, but we can do something about it. We can link arms to symbolically show national unity. We can speak out against family violence, and we can encourage each other to be more respectful in our relationships.
We would like to now welcome Barney Quayle, who will perform Welcome to Country.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to do the Welcome to Country. I would like to acknowledge the Larrakia Cullenbringan elders, past and present. I also acknowledge other Indigenous people and all Australian countrymen. I belong to the Dungalaba clan. We are known as the saltwater crocodile people. Our totem is a Brahmini kite called Nagaji Nagaji. Larrakia country covers the whole of Darwin, much of Litchfield Shire, Palmerston, Cox Peninsula, across the harbour and surrounding islands. We have always welcomed peoples to the country in the past and will continue to do so in the future. We will continue to enjoy the range of interactions and talking with people near and far, especially exchanging stories about fishing, hunting and cooking. On behalf of the Larrakia elders and families, we acknowledge TIO NTFL, all their sponsors and everyone involved in putting on the grand final event today. Northern Territory has a fine history of AFL footy, with many local families participating and building the foundation of teams playing today. The descendants of those football legends are still involved today as players and supporters. Football is always will be part of our lives to help develop men and women, boys and girls through health, exercise, teamwork and respect. Congratulations to Nightcliff and St Mary's for playing in the grand final today, and we look forward to an exciting match. On behalf of the Larrakia elders, past and present, I welcome you to Larrakia Cullenbringan land. Mama.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you all please be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem performed by Felicity Lamboon.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with gold and soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
The team captains will now go to the centre of the field for the third place with NTFL legend Michael Lane.
Good evening and welcome to NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL. It's a grand final. The stage is set. St Mary's and Nightcliff going head-to-head. They met last year in the grand final. Of course, Nightcliff got the job done on that occasion. And Saints will be looking to go one better this year and get it done in 2021. Joining me in the commentary box this evening is Brenton Toy. G'day, Brenton.
G'day, Nico. Great to be here. Terrific day down at the footy. I was down at the the under-18s grand final this morning, so a bit of a preview to tonight. The Nightcliff Tigers taking on St Mary's in that game. St Mary's in that game ultimate winners. But great to be here. Terrific atmosphere. And looking forward to tonight's game.
Ash Manakaras, good to have you in the box again this week, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Looking forward to it. Green and Gold's been very successful. We saw Pints win the women's grand final and Pints won the men's Division 1 as well. So is it an omen for the Green and Gold tonight for St Mary's? Don't know. Nightcliff on paper look pretty impressive.
They sure do, as they're just in their huddles going through the final formalities before we get underway here. It's been a pretty low-key week from both clubs. Of course, St Mary's copped a massive fine last week. They had a pretty low-key week this week, Brenton.
Yes. Yeah, look, and very much focus on football there at St Mary's, and they've tried to keep a lid on the off-field stuff and try and make sure that they've given themselves every chance to focus on this week. Just picking up on Ash's point on paper, Nico, Nightcliff Tigers, they've got some terrific talent out there, plenty of premiership experience. Ryan Moo, Jonathan Perez, Liam Holt, Fitz, Ryan Nyhouse, great to have him back. Cameron Eilert, Philip Wills, Nathan Brown, Trem Melville, Brody Philo, Shawnee Wilson. These guys have all been there before, so going to be St Mary's going to have their work cut out for them tonight. They were terrific last week. They got some good use from Jackson Calder up forward. Jackson Payne is another difficult player to deal with. Their back six tend to work quite well, and their midfield, if they can get on top, are a hard outfit to stop.
And just on that lineup you read out from Nightcliff has got what, six Nichols medalists.
Nichols, I think, yeah, two for Eilert, two for Philo, one for Wills, and of course,
Don Bruford through the week Sunday night won the Nichols medal. He's an extraordinary player. We'll get to see him. He's lining up in the middle here.
And also, let's not forget that Nightcliff have also got the talents of Ryan Nyhouse, who was on the Fremantle list for several seasons.
Here we go. We're just about to get underway at TIO Stadium. Nightcliff taking on St Mary's. Here's Ash Manakaras with the opener.
Jamison Galbraith, Joel Morrison and Mark Noonan. The bounce goes up. It's going to be called play on inside. Grenfell was in there. Eilert came through. Grenfell socket out of the air. Bouncing balls loose. Coming through is Robinson. Handball hurried away. Here goes Nightcliff. Riley picks it up. Danger man in defence for the Tigers. Hurry quick from Brew. Into the middle. Punched away by Clark. The ball's bouncing through. It's a torrid start early. Here they come, the Green Machine, trying to set it back up again. Clark again finds some space. Puts it on the right boot over the top of the head of his teammate. And Ryan, a free kick's been found. And it's going to go to Robinson, is it?
Was that downfield?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. You'll have to be. I missed it. I was following the ball. So Robinson's the recipient of a free kick. First of the game. We've been going less than a minute. He's going to have a shot at goal. He's going to kick from 45, and Ryan Nyhouse is starting in the defensive back line.
This will be the start they need, St Mary's, if he can put it through.
Well, Chris Bash already moving one of his best players into defence. As Robinson comes in, he plays it off to the right. Up there was Calder. Riolta comes in to remonstrate with Brown by the looks of it.
Yeah, big Druggermuller, I think.
Was it Druggermuller?
Yeah. Pushing around.
And a 50's been paid. Well, that was Calder. He kicked 7 last week. He's opened up already in that first minute with 1. The Green Machine is on the scoreboard. They take an early lead 90 seconds into this game.
Well, that was a beautiful pass there by Justin Robinson to go with that. I don't necessarily think he was having going for the pass. Fortunately, Jackson Calder, the champ they call him, extended those big long arms. We see Shannon Rioli get in there, and he instigates a little bit, but he basically draws the 50. So smart play by St Mary's. Nightcliff need to be a bit cleverer than that.
Back in the middle, umpire Mark Noonan in there, getting the job done. His 9th grand final today. Grenfell out of the ruck, too easy. Oh, big hit on Paredes there. And it's coming back. Amy Eilert's trying to get away with a bit there. The big boy. Nate Paredes, right in the middle of the ground. Plays on now. Has Edwards out wide, goes to him. Bit of an average kick in the end. Edwards off a step. Inside 50, fly from Payne. Nick Yarran at ground level. Nice kick, Grenfell.
Well, what a start by St Mary's. Centre bounce, clearance, gone forward, goal return, come back, another clearance, and big Grenfell's about to have a shot from 35, 40 metres out. So Nightcliff a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. Their leaders out there, Philo, Eilert, Wilson, will need to get their backsides into gear and switch on.
Brandon Grenfell from 45. He likes it off the boot. Goal umpire doesn't move. Saints get the first couple.
Wow, what a start by the green and gold machine, and looking very tough to stop in the early stages. It's only 3 minutes and they've kicked 2 goals in this game, so certainly Nightcliff going to have their work cut out from St Mary's have come to play tonight.
Well, Grenfell was pretty well best on ground in the preliminary final for St Mary's, in my opinion, and he's followed that confidence up straight away.
Yeah, did a great job last week, as we just see on the replay. Nick Yarran on the outside of the boot, and big Grenfell, that's what you expect. And I don't know if he's the ruck resting forward, but he was playing in front, doing the right thing, and a great finish to put the goal through.
Grenfell, Drugamuller, one out by Drugamuller. Dancing around. Here they go, Drugamuller cuts it off, quick hands. Here they come now over the top, trying for the 1-2. It's around the body with Philo up and high. In there is Wilkinson, though. He was Mr. Reliable last week for the St Mary's, for the Green Machine. The Saints will come out of their inside their defensive 50. Oh, taken high, locked over was Taylor. The ball goes out of bounds. Eilert just drove him into the ground. It was a hell of a hit.
Yeah, Lockie Taylor a bit unlucky there. I don't think he had possession and perhaps tackled without it, but it's finals footy and that's what we want to see. Let the game go, and it's a great contest so far.
Ball thrown back in, right on centre wing in front of the commentary box. Grenfell wins that one down. He's cheek. Nice hands down there, Daly Andrews, and Lockie Taylor will see that one over. Yeah, there's a bit going on. Tyler Saunders ripping into Dom Brew, and they've got the free kick. Yeah, Nightcliff are just starting to, lose the plot a touch, giving away a couple of undisciplined free kicks, Brenton.
Yeah, and look, you won't want to let the ill discipline slip into it because they can cost you, especially in finals. So, like I said, the Nightcliff group will probably try and settle, get the sting out of the game, and try and make a bit of an arm wrestle of it at the moment.
Centre wing. Oh, Drugamuller just drove straight into Grenfell, and Grenfell's not happy, still holding on to him. Drugamuller has drawn the free kick. Well, probably a little bit of experience on Drugamuller's part there. He looks for a target. He's got one. Well, the last minute it was Emery, was it? No.
Hammond.
In Hammond. Hammond now looks upfield. Clark is loitering around there. Players go to ground. Clark comes across the front of the pack and will be rewarded with a great mark. Well, that was a captain's mark under pressure. Here they come through Cheek. Cheek chips it over to a teammate in Andrews. Serviceable game last week, Daly Andrews. He's got to kick up the line. Play on is the call. Grenfell versus Drugamuller. At the back was Robinson. Off hands though, and running away the Tigers shark it. Onto Wilson. Wilson now. He's got time. Plays on quickly. Then gives it over the top. Here they come again. The Tigers inside the forward 50. Oh, Clark got first hands on it. Knocked away from him though. The snap over the right foot shoulder is looking pretty good.
There's Liam Holt Fitz there.
And Liam Holt Fitz puts the Tigers on the board.
It was an awkward looking kick coming off the boot. He dragged it back, but it kind of swung left to right, opposite to the way that it should have gone. So great pressure there by the Tigers. We just see the kick come back in. Ralph Clark floats across, drops what he should have taken, and Holt Fitz doesn't need too many opportunities and throws it on the right boot. And as I said, come left, swung back right and made it through for a goal. Great finish for the Tigers, what they needed.
Back in the middle here, Joel Morrison. See the umpires rotating through the middle. Brandon Grenfell and Drugamuller. Grenfell out of the middle, up to half forward. Robinson leading up, nice hands away. Jack Land off a step to no one in particular. Ball's on the deck inside 50. Skewish handball comes out. Williams puts it back in 50. Kane Riley under pressure. And now they're away, Nightcliff, with a kick down the line. This Dylan Lant, his handball up to Robinson, misses the target. Melville is chased down. That was Bowles around the corner. And a bounce on the full.
Yeah, just a few of their more known players not really in the play so far. We've hardly sort of called Cam Islet except for a couple of times. Phillip Wills has got maybe a touch. Certainly haven't seen Brody Philo involved at all. So plenty in the tank, I think, for the Nightcliff Tigers to come.
Yeah, Wilkinson sends it right up board. It'll be lucky if it stays in, and it doesn't. It goes out of bounds on the full. So the Tigers let off the hook there a little bit, I think. And they will bring it back in.
Bowles.
And it's Bowles, is it? So he sent it out of bounds on the full the first time. He picks out Druggermuller. He got cleaned up high and will earn a free kick. Raf Clark just letting him know he's there.
And he sprints back.
Yeah, he goes, I'll get out of here. Druggermuller just letting him know he's got the running Cam Islet now. And Islet on the right foot sends it inside the forward 50. Butcher diving and sliding and takes the mark. Well, he looked all out of it there, but he's judged it beautifully in the end.
Yeah, it was an interesting kick coming in, but a great effort to make the mark. But Raf Clark, you can see he's worked really hard to get back and trying to play that loose man in defence and chop off their forwards. The Tigers on this occasion just went slightly a little bit wider.
That was a cracking mark by Butcher. The John Butcher comes in. Well, he's missed that to the left, and they probably needed that goal. Let's see if he gets the John Butcher can get a trio tonight.
Yeah, funny guy. Sorry, straight over my head.
Bit of sit-down comedy there from Ash Manakaris. You only hear it here on NITV. We don't stuff around, that's for sure. Dylan Lant, fullback. Goes on the left in the Grenfell direction. Sticky hands, they just pop out though. Ball's on the deck. Oh, nice tackle. Sling style.
Ragdolled him, Jack Williams.
And that one's gone over the line, has it?
He's paid a free for
coming
a sling.
Back. Yeah, fair enough. It's probably there. So back inside attacking 50. Butcher again in a one-on-one. That one's going over the line, is it? Yes. Jackson Payne is going back onto Butcher by the looks of things.
Yeah, obviously a concern for the St Mary's coaching staff, the amount of height down in the forward line between Melville and Butcher and, you know, and Emery down there. So obviously Jackson Payne, I was looking for him up forward before, but he's doing a job down back.
Ball thrown back in, Grenfell down. St Mary's with numbers at ground level. Ball spills out now. Hold the ball.
Yeah.
Nice tackle. And is it going to Little Holt Fitz?
Yeah, it was a good free kick.
Oh, he plays on quickly around the corner, top of the square style. No one really expecting it. Wilkinson with the hand. Ball, crunch on Moo. Off the deck, he's gone left.
No, they're bringing it. Oh, no, they've called the behind. I thought they might have been bringing back. Strange decision there by Moo to play on and try and kick around the corner from about 30 out.
They're looking to bring it back in, Saints. Doesn't have a huge amount of options. Plays on. Oh, it's a terrible kick. Be chopped off by the last man that had a shot at goal. Rioli tried to pick it up and take the tackler on. And it was Phil Wills, who's probably one of the best tacklers in the game. Didn't really go anywhere. Umpire Morrison will restart play. Grenfell wins it out. Yaron, hurried kick, didn't really go anywhere. Paris was in there. Oh, wrapped up and high. And just having a bit of a chat is one of the Lance.
Here we go. Looks like Eminem and Billy Ray Cyrus going toe-to-toe there with that flying mullet from Don Brute.
And now it's going to be 50. Well, that was actually good experience. Lant basically looked to go, didn't go. Brew thought he had. 50 paid.
Yep, absolutely. And Brew just shifted off the line. Lance looking to take advantage and play on quickly here.
He's got a target. He's looking for Calder. The flow of pain there. Calder it was. Loose. Oh, spinning out of that was brilliant. Putting it on the boot. Now they've got a runner in time. Islet, handballs over the top. Bork. Here they go. The Tigers go forward. Punched away from him. Lucky not to draw a 50 there. As they go back inside the forward 50 to the Tigers, it's going to be a bouncing ball. Saunders in a foot race. Handball back. Smothered off the boot. Moo with a right foot kick. Cleaned up after the kick. Is it all clear or is it another one? No, it's all clear and the free kick's been paid. Oh, sorry, the goal has been awarded.
Paid. Yep.
He's just checking with the goal umpire.
A little bit of discussion down there, but it started on that far side wing with Cameron Islet just coming back inboard to Andy Monners-Wakefield, who ended up finding, I think it was Trent Melville, who got it in nice and deep out the back. Still a little bit of talk going on there.
No, they're going to make him take it again.
Okay.
So just watch this. He gets cleaned up by Cheek. Whoa.
So he must have missed it, or
it was touched off the boot.
All the boys went touched
Okay,
straight
so
away.
it's been touched off the boot, which means that there's no advantage, and he could either take the score or have a shot again, and he's doing it again. Ryan move. He's going to have a shot from about 25 out. Lines it up. Through the middle. No one moves. Nightcliff players celebrate. Moves on the board. Tigers have got their second.
very close to the man on the mark there, Ryan Moo, but he's been here before, as have many of these, both teams, Nightcliff and St Mary's players. But yeah, hit in the back. Probably wasn't too late, but was certainly from behind. Won the free kick, went back, took the responsibility, kicked the goal, and this is probably more the game that we were looking at. I think, the first 3 or 4 minutes was a bit of a false start for the Tigers. Now we're starting to see some of their better players inject themselves into the game.
Can the Saints get the next? Back in the middle. Nice tap down there from Melville. Grenfell with the hands. Parnell, head ripped off. Umpire says play on. Daly Andrews with the handball. Pops out now. Cam Islet gets into space. Puts it on the right. Kicks inside attacking 50. Payne in the box seat. Pops over the back. Wilkinson there for St Mary's. Puts it on the left. It might work out. If it just gets over the line, it's a win for St Mary's. And we'll have a boundary throw-in.
Certainly feel the intensity and the fire and the passion start to pick up in this last 5 minutes or so as the scores have come closer together.
So right half forward for Nightcliff. Ball thrown back in. Grenfell. Liam Holt fits off a step inside attacking 50. Raf Clark stands underneath it, holds onto this one this time. He's got Lockie McKenzie on the outer wing in space. This kid can run. 1 bounce, 2 if you don't mind. Puts it in the colder direction, just not to his advantage. Robinson at ground level, ball smothered, and that one's over the line. A good movement off half back there, Brenton.
Yeah, great work by Lockie Taylor, just running out of the half back line there for St Mary's. Quick inside forward 50. Probably wasn't the best kick coming into Jackson Calder.
Labastida just went on for Brandon Grenfell.
Straight change in the ruck.
Straight in the ruck.
Straight change into the ruck.
Straight in the ruck for him. Ball thrown back in. And a side forward pocket. Harry Williams, ex-Nightcliff player, throws it away. Wilson. And the ball's coming back for holding the ball, Ash.
Yeah, and it'll be a restart for Nightcliff. Across that half bank. Bit of pressure coming off there. Well, we'll see how the green machine goes without Grenfell on there. He's been quite the difficult matchup as Islet risks himself, backs himself and goes across the field to the running Paris. Paris puts it up over the head of his teammate there, Monez Wakefield, who runs onto it. He's got, tries to beat one. Robinson's come all the way back to help. He handballs off to Yaron. Yaron looks up and there's Labastida. Labastida is about 10 metres in. He's gone around. Play on is the call. Labastida sends it up to the Saints half forward. Coming through with Paredes with body. Loose on the ground. Now it's out. Islet's in there. Free kick's been found. Advantage is paid. Lant on the right foot. Smothered off the boot. Was beautiful by Islet. That's a captain smother. Wilson cleans it up. Picks it up. Puts it off to Brown and they settle it down.
Brown almost juggled that one over the line. Lucky he dragged that one in. Harry Williams stands the mark for St Mary's. Goes long down the line. Hits Raf Clark in the dial. They move it quickly. Nightcliff inside attacking 50. Jackson Payne here left his man. Read it best on the left.
He still really hasn't got one. He didn't pick one up during the week.
Not quite. But points for trying, I reckon. It's encouraging to see him having a go on it. But yeah, look, as we expect, the game's starting to tighten up at the moment. Really tough inside. We've just seen a free.
No. And it'll go to it'll go
Philo?
it'll go to Philo. So something happened off the ball. Kieran Parnell was the offender there from St Mary's as Philo sends it into the forward pocket.
Massive kick.
Punched away there. That's a good 50, 60 metre kick. And Boundary will throw it in right flush against that point post, right-hand side. Airport end here, right of screen. Back into the middle. Front position was Payne. Loose off the ground. Parnell picks it up and hurried kick, but it's chopped off by Brown, and they start to settle things down, the Tigers.
Nathan Brown, right half forward. Puts it back inside, attacking 50. Plenty of numbers around the ball. On the deck. Lockie Taylor out in space. Oh, he overruns it. Wilson with quick hands. Holt fits on the end of it. No, goes without it. St. Mary's with the numbers. Robinson. Nate Prees. Here we go. Lockie Taylor out in space again. Long in the colder direction. He's moved up the ground, the big rig. Kick goes off the deck to half forward. Spinning pirouette was Parnell. Turns it over. Wilson. Back inside, attacking 50 for Nightcliff and out of bounds. On the full.
Yeah, plenty of time there, Wilson and Melbourne.
Good awareness.
Yeah, a little bit of space. Just had to hit up the target.
So Wilkinson. Oh, fly from behind. He's given away the free kick too. So big Jacko Calder will take this one. You don't really want to see him this far up the ground, do you, Brenton?
No, you want him closer to goal, and I'm not sure who's initiating this, whether it's St. Mary's that are trying to roll all the numbers back and slow the game, or whether it's the Nightcliff defence that's pressed up the ground. But either way, for a large part of the quarter, there's almost been 34 players in Nightcliff's forward half.
Sticky hands there from Trent Melville. He's indicated he's going to go back and have a shot. He'll kick from about 55 out on the 45.
It's great conditions out there, Brenton. He's a fair show from this distance tonight.
Yeah, beautiful night for footy, and a noted goal kicker, and they've got a few of them down there. So, Cheney medalist from last year, kicked 5, I think.
Trent Melville on the right. It's a big booming kick. Has it got the carry?
Oh,
it does. He gets his first, and Nightcliff's third.
That's exactly what you need. When you get your opportunities, you take them, and that's what you want your big power key forwards to do. Trent Melville, again, as I said, he's been here before. He's a medalist. He's a premiership player, and it's a question of who do you try and stop down there. As we see, Holt Fitz involved, gets a handball out. The Nichols medalist Brew on the left just throws it in, and big Melville on Wilkinson has taken that mark. And Wilkinson's going to try, but Melville's a great player, and he's going to be tough to stop tonight.
Well, from a 12-point deficit in the first about the first 3 minutes, they've got an 8-point lead, the Tigers. We go back into the middle. Grenfell wins out. Trying to get it through. Here it comes again. Saints. Clearance. Labastida took front position with a little bit of help. Brown, though, trying to pick it up. Got tackled without the ball on a free kick. Well, at that stage, he was about the only one going for it, so I'm not surprised he earned it. He picks out Phil Wills. It's not 15, so it's play on is the call. That barely goes 15. Here come the Tigers again, controlled. They've been on that far scoreboard side most of tonight. Leading up the ground, though, picking it off as Clark. Gee, he's been good tonight. Already he's had a handful of half a dozen marks. He picks out Labastida. St. Mary's go inside their 50 again. Calder, front position, punched away though. Strongly was at Nyhouse. Brown will clean it up and send it outside the 50.
So Long, wins that tap down. Eilert, Raph Clark goes off the deck. Goes to ground now, feeds a handball out. Grenfell off a step, up to half forward. Just get worked under Shawnee Edwards, but he's good enough to drag it in. Off the step again, Nyhouse. Kohler in a one-on-one, spills out the back. Jack Land didn't have it off the deck. How's that? Little Nicky Yarran. He gets his first and bring it back to 2 points.
Yeah, just terrific. I guess, they just willed the ball forward there, St. Mary's. Nick Yarran, right place, right time. As we see the kick come in. This is a great matchup, Nyhouse on Calder. Lant fumbles, didn't get a free kick there, but Yarran, Johnny on the spot with those pink boots, just socket it through for an easy goal, keeping St. Mary's within 2 points. So what a ripping first quarter we've been treated to so far.
And it's such a good crowd, Nick. There's a big crowd in here at TIO at Marara tonight.
It's packed house. Good to see everyone doing the 1.5 metre social distancing out there.
I know we are in here.
Absolutely. Do not turn that camera on. Back in the middle. Grenfell. Drogmuller. Oh, Brady's high. Umpire says play on. Drogmuller puts him back inside 50. Wilkinson out the back. Butcher tries. This goes off the deck. Someone from the crowd wants deliberate. Hasn't even got there yet.
And Tyler Saunders, I can't tell you that is. They are into each other.
Yeah.
Well, it's really clear that Rathlark is sagging back, trying to play that spare in front of the Nightcliff forward. So potentially Nightcliff might want to start to consider playing through his man and hitting a shallow hit up as opposed to going deep every time.
John Butcher, big shove in the back. Play on is the call. Handball back inside though. Picked up by Grenfell? And a free kick's been paid against a hole. And it's going to go to Kyle Emery, and it'll be on Tyler Saunders. Those two are at each other on the sideline there. Is it Kyle Emery?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
So he's earned the free kick. Saunders and Emery were going at each other when the ball was out of bounds and thrown in. Clearly, umpire Morrison on the spot. Good peripheral vision. How do you like that word, peripheral?
Absolutely. Two syllables.
I don't even know what it means.
Good awareness. Emery will come in and he'll kick the Tigers forth as we're well and truly into red time. 23 minutes gone here at TIO Stadium. 4 goals to 26. Plays 3 straight goals. St Mary's, Tigers in front.
And that goal hurts. You go from sort of a 50-50, anybody's ball to a free kick 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. And it looks like
there's a free kick further down here, and in fact Tyler Saunders looks like he's been reported. Sorry, Joel.
Yep, no.
And I think Emery's going to go back, and he's got a chance to score a second goal.
2 for 1.
Yeah. Well, a free kick. I don't know what happened. I was busy watching the ball go back, but by the looks of it, Morrison was on the spot.
And the book's out. So
So Tyler Saunders, I'd say, has been reported. Well, no one wants to see that, but
well, that really hurts then if Emery's able to kick this goal.
well, if he does kick it, he'll become the first multiple goal scorer of the night.
Emery dobs it. Gets 2 in a minute.
Yep, and that is soul-destroying for St Mary's. As I said, it was a goal for nothing, really, and it turned into 2 goals for nothing.
Let's see if we get anything on replay here. Here we go.
Raf Clark.
Oh, it was Raf Clark.
Oh, headbutt. Yep, there it is.
So it's Raf Clark that's actually been reported.
Yep. Won't say too much more about it, but pretty clear.
Yep. You know, Kyle Emery, I've always rated him. He's got great balance on the run as a goal kicker.
Yeah,
He looks good. He looks good when the ball's and he's got a spin on a
deliberate technique too.
Back in the middle. Getting that centre clearance. Nightcliff up to half forward. Doesn't travel very far. Phil wheels off a step. Goes up in the air again. Taylor for St Mary's. Here's Raf Clark. Gets a handball away. Wilson putting on a good shepherd. Oh, and they're into Emery.
Yeah.
It's nice fair play. Good hard play. Noon's trying to get him to get on with it.
Yeah, well umpired there, I think.
Absolutely.
And it was nothing, and it was a good tackle.
Emery almost contributed to the contact.
Yep.
Ball thrown back in. Grenfell. Nice tap backwards. Grenfell with the hands again. And the free kick going the way of St Mary's on this occasion. And there we go. It's quarter time. It's been a fiery start here. As there's a fair bit going on, but we'll go to a break. Nightcliff 5-2, 32 to St Mary's. 3 goals straight. 18 will be back with the second quarter.
We understand that a trip in the Territory can take a little longer than a trip down south. So we'll make sure your car is insured whether you're driving it or someone else. Or you, or someone else. Or you, or someone else. Yep, you get the picture. And we get it too, because we're here too. TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance. We're for Territorians and their mates.
Kazali's Palmerston Club has been renovated. Come check out our brand new cafe, open 7 days a week. And with the new Kids Club, we are the perfect spot for a worry-free catch-up with friends. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gathering or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real. Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice,
come in and see it.
Still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
We're here for when the heavens open and the winds howl. We're here for when the water just won't stop. We're here for the wet and we're here for the dry. We're here because we know there's nowhere else you'd rather be.
And there's nowhere else we'd rather be either. TIO Home Insurance. We're for Territorians.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium out here in Marara in Darwin. Nightcliff 5-2-32. St Mary's 3 goals straight 18. Brenton Toyd. St Mary's got the first couple and then Nightcliff just worked into it nicely.
They did. They worked very hard to get themselves back into it, but I think it was a little bit of St Mary's ill discipline. A free kick behind the play given to Emery against Tyler Saunders, and then a second goal for what might have been a headbutt from Raf Clark on Kyle Emery, and another goal. So that 2-goal margin, really should be, only 2 points. Those 2 easy goals there for the Tigers. So, but that's what we expect. Some of their better players were quiet early. Philo, Wills, Islet, they're in the middle now, or at least Philo and Islet are. And plenty of contributors around the ground for the Tigers. Waiting on.
Interesting that Daniel Bowles has gone into the ruck.
Yeah,
I don't know if has that happened this year?
I have seen him do it previously.
That's interesting. An undersized ruckman versus Grenfell.
Getting underway in the second quarter, Grenfell absolutely annihilates Bowles in the ruck. Oh, big hit on there, Paredes by Wilson. Taylor inside attacking 50, dangerous kick. Edwards can't quite scoop it in. It's John Paris getting the hands backwards to Buderick. That's a nice kick. Finds Butcher to the tune of Danny. Goes out wide to Phil Wills. Right on centre wing on the outer side. Doesn't have a lot down the line. Will kick that way now. Fly from the back was Cheek. Paddles it forward off a step. Smothered ball. Good pressure from St Mary's. Raf Clark. Oh, sells a bit of candy. Gets wrapped up. Gets a handball away. He's turned it over though. The kick in attacking 50. Cam. Oh, it nearly pulls in a screamer. Turned back over again. Butcher Lockie Taylor spins out of trouble, gets dumped after he got rid of it. Umpire put the whistle away, I don't mind that. Edwards in a one-on-one. Gets held on to. Gets thrown to ground and wins a free kick.
Sean Edwards is not a name that we've called a lot of tonight, but what's interesting is Kane Riley was moving up forward there for the Tigers. He's sort of centre wing now. Eilert, front position against Paredes. Loose on the ground. The Tigers will steady and come back. Wills, it's over the top of him. Wilkinson got one hand on it. Loose, moves in there, can't pick it up. And umpire will ball it up.
I think Wilkinson's just grabbed both of them, whether they had the footy or not. No one's going anywhere.
Both a couple of little units, old bear huggers.
Come with me.
Ball thrown back up. Nice tap down there. Oh, drag down, holding the ball. That was Wilson. A little Lockie Taylor. The whippet from Geelong.
He's had a fair bit of the ball, Taylor, tonight.
He has been playing well. So is this man, Sean Wilson.
Yep.
And 50. Looks like Grenfell might have ran through the mark. I think that's what...
Well, I think it was Parnell. Parnell's got his hands on his hips tonight. He did run through in front.
Okay.
I might watch the replay, but there was about 6 St Mary's players there, and only one had to stand the mark.
He's a terrific contributor, Sean Wilson. We just saw his attack on the footy and the attack on the body there. Won himself a free kick and now a 50. Puts it through for an easy goal there. We'll see if we can pick up on the replay. But Wilson, I won't say he's a quiet achiever because we know how good he can be. He was, unlucky to not win the Cheney medal last year, and quite often goes unnoticed because all the attention's on all of the other stars of the team.
And he is a consistent contributor for the Tigers and has been. He's had 2 big hits on Paredes actually tonight. One in the first quarter and one just then.
And he's a Mr. Fix-It. You can put him on a wing, you can put him on a half-back flank, you can throw him through the midfield, he can give you an option forward. Plenty of versatility.
6 goals, 2, plays 3 straight goals. Only 3 minutes gone in this. Just over 3 minutes gone in this second term. Bowles got up really high. Eilert was the recipient of the good ruck work, and Eilert sends it inside the 50. Butcher was on the lead. Backing back was Clark. It's cleaned up though. Left foot snap at goal by Wills, and he'll bounce through. Well, I don't know who was more shocked. Saints players or Philip Wills?
I think Philip Wills was on the left boot and just scraped it through. Wilkinson not able to get there in time, and I wonder if it was Raf Clark's man. As we just have a look, he leaves Philip Wills, goes back, doesn't influence the contest. Wills stays on the ground on the left boot and just gets it in. And look, as you said, very impressed with his own effort there, Philip Wills.
It was interesting. Clark actually took his teammate out.
Correct.
So I think it was Payne. So these things happen. Wills kept his feet.
Pushed it out to 26-point lead now. Have Nightcliff. Ball thumped into the ground. Bowls again. Grenfell not letting him get away with it that time. Horrible bounce for Lavastida. Nightcliff off half-back. Smothered ball. Shannon Rioli. Rugby-style attack on the ball. He's still down, Shan Rioli. We'll come back to that in a sec. Nightcliff. Oh, well done, Dylan Lamb. Left his man. Play a good attack on the ball. Nick Yarran lowers his eyes. Edwards in time and space. Gets onto his right now. Goes home for goal. It is across the face. And Paredes has taken the mark.
Great body work by Paredes.
Plays on now around the corner. He's kicked a point.
Yeah, I was just going to say it was great body work. Probably not the best kick on goal, but certainly a good mark there. Played on, didn't finish, and they started off like a house on fire, St Mary's, but have gone missing, I guess, for the last 25 minutes or so. And that would have been a much-needed goal for them.
Ryan Nyhouse goes over the top and picks out Kane Riley. Riley plays on straight away. Wants it outside that 50. He looks to the biggest man versus one of the smallest on the field in Philo. The Tigers, though, the ball will go out of bounds. It was touched, smothered off the boot. Be thrown into the left-hand side of that scoreboard. 7-2-44. Plays 3-1-19.
Umpire takes the time to get back. Fair crowd on the outer side too. To see everyone piling in here at TIO Stadium. It's grand final action. Bowles wins that one over the back.
Smothered ball. Parnell goes without it. Haven't called his name much. Long. Cheeky little handball over the top. Doesn't work though. Liam Holt fits. Works Cheek onto the wrong foot. Gets a kick up to half forward. Saunders there. Paddles it forward. Nightcliff with the numbers though. Holt fits. Spins out of trouble. Puts it on the left. Nice kick. Raf Clark with the spoil over the top. Wilkinson to Edwards in a one-on-one. Nice spoil coming over the top. Edwards goes to ground. Oh, Nick Yarran, nice pickup. Might get the 1-2 here. No, Edwards gets it back.
Yeah, that was silly. Free kick off the ball. And there's going to be a 50. No. Yeah, it's 50. Well, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was.
Bailey Henderson gave...
Edwards, I think.
Edwards. Was it Edwards or was it one of the others?
I think it was Edwards, yeah.
A bit of a push in the chest, and it was fairly solid. Yarran had already received the free kick because that was silly off the ball with the push after the disposal. It was Edwards, was it?
Yeah.
So Yarran will go back and have a shot at goal from a 50-metre penalty when at the end of the day he was going to have a kick on the boundary line from nothing. Now he's going to have a deliberate shot at goal.
Yarran. For goal number 2. Sprayed it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of confidence in his approach. He was stuttering coming in. He was angling out to the right, and that's exactly where the ball went. So, bit of a let-off there for the Tigers. Saints really needed that goal to try and get themselves back into the game.
Ryan Nyhouse doing the kick-out duties. Paredes and Wilson. Wilson wins that time. Gets a handball backwards to Brown. To Brown Town. Nice kick up to centre wing. Drogmuller trying to draw the 50. Doesn't quite work out. Just pops it over the top. So Nightcliff looking to push it up to half forward. Dylan Lant rid that one best. Plays on now. Comes across ground. Has Harry Williams on. Moves it quickly. Not the best kick. Yeah, nice tackle there from Lapistida. Ball pops out now. Well, they've won it back. No, they haven't. It's turnover central here, right in the middle of TIO. Players jumping around everywhere. Dom Brew, the flying mullet, hammering around in that pack. He goes in and gets it. Umpire Joel Morrison says, my ball, let's do it again.
He would just love that, wouldn't he, Dominic Brew? Just tough as nails, in and under. Is his style of footy.
Ball thrown back up. Pushed out now. Nice tackle from Robinson. Good pressure coming over the top. And that's been paid, that mark. Looked like it did travel 15 metres. Hammond inside attacking 50. Clark with a fist over the line. And we'll have a boundary thrown around 30 from the Nightcliff goal.
It's a great effort there by Raf Clark. He's done it time and time again tonight, just sagging across the front of the pack.
Do you think the report damages his chance of a Cheney? Because he's been very influential in that defensive backline. Butcher can't tap it away. Brew cleaned up with a hip and shoulder. It's chopped off though by the man you were just talking about, Raf Clark, and he'll settle things right down. Saints will come out of their defensive 50. Clark kicks up the line looking for Grenfell. Bowles as a Druggermull as the flyer, and Bowles punched away though. Here it comes. The Tigers inside the 50, hurried kick. It comes to that man. Wilson can't pick it up. Loose on the ground. Out it comes. Cheek picks it up. Lant can't get rid of it. He tries again. Wilson with a hurried kick to Brown, his teammate. Brown sends it into full forward. Over the top, loose. Melville picks up the bouncing ball. Handballs back inside looking for a teammate. There's only Butcher there. He can't quite get it. Well, Butcher made a meal of that, and it's gone through for a point.
Raf Clark again. Butcher made a, sorry, do you want to just talk me through that wonderful joke that Ash just let rip with? It was an absolute rip snort, as I said. Miriam all here on NITV. Grenfell puts a big tackle on, missed tackles in fact, and that ball's going out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary thrown. Seriously, Ash, this is some of your best work, mate. Unbelievable, Saints.
Can't help it, we've got to relax.
Little zingers. Just lets a few little zingers out, I don't mind them. Ball thrown back in, 50 around from the Nightcliff goal. Droggermuller from behind, Long. Had plenty of time, just wasn't clean enough. Wilson works onto his right. Kick around the corner is an absolute rip snorter.
There's a great piece of play there. I think Wilson gets a little block from Ryan Moo to just keep, I think might have been Josh Cheek from putting any kind of pressure on there, but it was terrific teamwork by the Tigers there. We'll see if we can get a replay, but we've talked about Sean Wilson and how good and damage he can be. As we just see Jacob Long, that's unusual for him to fumble, handball out, and there's the little block on on Cheek from Moo, just to give Wilson that extra 2 or 3 metres to straighten up and bring it back. And again, a great goal for the Tigers, and St Mary's well and truly up against the ropes.
And that's one of the good things about Sean Wilson. If he sees an opportunity, the door's open, he goes through it. Flyer was up there. Hurried kick from Wilson out, up to centre half forward for the Green Machine. Rioli stays on the ground, right foot snap, sends it into the goal square, and it'll just drift away to the right for a point. Saints get one back quickly out of the middle. They've done quite well out of the middle, tonight.
Yeah, they have. And look, Grenfell, and they're evenly matched, but I think it's the around the ground stuff that Nightcliff is certainly dominating.
Nyhouse in the Drogmuller direction. Strong hands from that man, Brendan Grenfell. Lagging behind a bit. Drogmuller's been good against the big fella in Grenfell. Long kick down the line. It's been a good battle we've been watching unfold all night with Saunders. They're away here, are they? Well, Harry Williams went the bump instead of the tackle. They're away now through Emery. The kick just got worked under it. Raph Clark, can he aisle it? On the right. What's he going to do? Goes with the hands unselfishly. Lockie Taylor with pressure, but it's not enough. And Nightcliff get another one through Henderson.
Yeah, great pressure again there by the Tigers. Their spiritual leader, Cameron Islet, involved in it all. Probably could have kicked the goal himself, but unselfishly opted to give the handball over the top to his teammate, who was able to put it through. So as we just see again, there's the handball, and Taylor putting some pressure on, but too little too late, and the Nightcliff player there, Bailey Henderson, just putting it through.
Very quickly, Brenton, what do you do to stop the run on?
Good question. I think they've got to start defensively. Their wingers start defensively. Sit a sweeper behind the ball. Sit more people behind it. I'm not sure what's really going to work, because I think Nightcliff are on a bit of a roll at the moment. They're going to be tough to stop.
Edwards roved his own ruck work, then cleaned up the Nightcliff player, and a mark was paid. Socket off the ground, and he swivels and turns it, looking for a lead. That is a hell of a contest. Nyhouse running straight at the ball. Gutsy work, though, by the Saints player, and that was Daly Andrews going in to get it, and now Nyhouse is going to be reported by the looks of it. Has Morrison got his book out? No, he hasn't. But they were both going at the contest. Nyhouse at the ball.
He's had a look at the number.
He has.
Yep.
So looks like Ryan Nyhouse is going to be reported, but that was a huge hit.
We'll maybe get a look of it on the replay, but
Daly Andrews is the player down.
Yeah, Daly Andrews down, and look, Ryan Nyhouse, I've known him since he's a kid. Not a mean bone in his body.
No.
Look to be attacking the footy. Maybe we'll get a bit of a look at it. Daly Andrews is in a bit of strife, but look, that's exactly what you want. You want your players attacking the line. I don't think there was anything untoward in it, but Andrews is certainly feeling the pinch a little bit at the moment, and he'll go off the ground.
Well, if luck's a fortune, the ball's ended up in the hands of Jackson Calder, who's already kicked one tonight. He kicked 7 last week in the preliminary final. 44 goals for the season, Jackson Calder. So he actually is the one that's going to go back and have the shot.
Is that 2 on the mark there? Does one need to move back, Ash? Is he
well,
too
no,
close?
that rule hasn't, the AFL rule,
okay.
but it hasn't come in here.
Jacko Calder, it's fair to say they need one, works it back, and they do. Yeah. And they get it back to 30.
That was a solid hit, Daly Andrews. It's good to see him on his feet, walking off the ground. I think he's still seeing a few stars and trying to get a bit of oxygen back into those lungs, because it was a massive bump from Ryan Nyhouse, who's been put on a report. Jackson Calder gets the goal. St Mary's claw their way back into it. Certainly what they needed, but maybe it might be the spark that St Mary's need to ignite their fire.
Umpire Galbraith sets himself. It's a straight up bounce, good bounce. Druggermuller won it out. But waiting at the back was Lant. Sends it up. Robinson coming through with good body. Trying to pick it up there was Ferreira. Couldn't do it. Hurried hands. Loose on the ground. Trying to get it out. Dragged to the ground is Robinson. Umpire Galbraith says, give it to me right on the 50-metre arc. And he'll restart play.
So that's what I was talking about, that sweeper at the back. Jack Williams on that occasion, just setting up defensive side.
Scrap on. Umpire says my ball again. We'll do it all over again. Plenty of numbers around this ball. 50 out from St Mary's goal.
There he is.
There he is, Williams. Quick kick off a step. Fly from behind. Well, St Mary's flew. Nightcliff stayed down. Bit of a volleyball style tap on there. Nightcliff away. Left half back now. That's a nice kick. Good pressure coming from Parnell. Lant with a punch. Raph Clark. The underneath handball back to Lant. Gets ran down. Gets the kick away. Paredes. Oh, there's a bit of they're getting into a wrestle before. No one's going for the ball. They just went WWF style and went to wrestle themselves. Lockie Taylor wrapped up in a tackle. Wonderful tackle.
Bowles out there. He's a great user, designated kicker. Playing a little bit of a role in the ruck, and I've just noticed that the Nightcliff ruckmen, whenever they're on Grenfell, are trying to run forward and make him work hard the other way.
Bowles' kick is a bit wobbly. It's going to bounce over the head of Eilert, picked up by Clark. Former teammates they were. Clark had no prior opportunity, so the umpire will ball it up. Eilert helps him up. They both got a smile on their face. A restart. Drugamalla front position. Picked up by Taylor. It's a hurried kick. Punched away by Wills. Didn't want to mark it. Taylor again. Another hurried kick. Wills again chops it off. This time there's a mark. And they come back in and they'll send it inside the 50, the Tigers. Edged out underneath it though. Looked like it's come to the hands of Butcher. Oh, taken high was Melville. Let go though. Play on. Liam Fitzholtz picks it up. Right foot. Snap it, goal across the face. Tyler Saunders got a hand on it. Now it's going to be cleaned up and they're going to come running away with it.
And away they do. Lant with the kick in the Yarran direction. Hey, nearly out of the way. Head ripped off. No. Over the line. We'll have a boundary throw it.
Dylan Lance, another name that we haven't called too much tonight, and known for his ball-winning ability. I think he might have had something like 44 possessions in a game, something ridiculous like that, but he's been somewhat quiet. So again, a little bit in the tank from St Mary's still to come.
Grenfell. Rush kick. Calder. There's a free kick coming back. A high hit. What looks to be Joel Butterick. These Saints fans getting really vocal. Not enjoying it. Butterick to Wilson. This man's been super impressive tonight. He's got a goal. He's got two, in fact. Kick up to half forward. Raph Clark again. He's had a busy night. Lockie Taylor. Nice footwork from that little fella. Comes out wide. Has Jack Lant. He's going to get run down, Jackie Lant. Wow. He had no idea. No. And John Barris, and he's hurt himself too. He's still on the deck. Meanwhile, it's Bowles. Oh, fly from behind. Grenfell quickly off a step. That's out of bounds on the full.
So no peripheral vision there.
No. Whoever he is.
Yes. Well, there was no one talking to him, but wow, what an effort by Jonathan Perris.
Yeah, just come on.
There's not that many footballers over 15 that are as quick as him. As Trent Melville goes all the way down, got taken after disposal. Play on is the call by Long. Grenfell, though, was there to clean it up and take the mark. So he's looking for someone. Phil Wills. Just sort of Clark trying to fox a 50. Morrison not having anything on it, the umpire, and basically Grenfell will send it up the line. Called as the flyer. Punched away, though, by Nyhouse. At front is Lant. Here they go again. Tigers trying to clean it up. Cheek spills what he probably could have taken. Out it comes Long. Beats one. Hurried handball though. Intercepted by Melville. Melville's left foot kick is just to get it into centre half forward. Wilson sharking around. It's picked up by Butcher. Butcher's right foot snap. Bounces in the square and hits the post.
The pressure's on and the feeling's starting to build here. Plenty of emotion involved there.
A few little spot fires around Brenton.
Yep, just popping up left, right and centre.
It's a 31-point margin, but you wouldn't know it.
No.
Plenty of pressure.
Here's Lamb. Heads for the left pocket, finds Cheek.
The left cheek.
Is this footy or stand-up comedy? I'm not really sure. The kick, long down the line. Robinson there. Taylor gets around Cammy Islet. A little bit too easy in the end. Has his third bounce now. There's a quick unit, goes with the inside-outside Bornana. Kane Riley puts it down. Handball comes over the top. Calder around the corner. This would bring the house down from the big fella. And it does. And Jackson Calder gets his second.
Again, just St Mary's ability to will the ball forward and just force the contest. Labastida involved, and Calder just needed a little bit of space when he gets his hands on it. There's Taylor. He took Cammy Islet for a run. Riley just dropped it. Labastida composure, didn't panic, handballed over to Calder. Snap on the right boot, just and Labastida willed that one in himself. Very happy about it, but much needed goal for St Mary's to keep him in this contest.
And I'll correct myself too, goal number 3 for that man.
Yeah, Calder keeping the St Mary's side in this game. 58 plays 33. We're well and truly into time on.
These are that one. Bowles in the ruck.
Bowles wins out. It comes down to Islet. Bouncing is Taylor. He's a bit of a racehorse on that far wing. He has another bounce. That's 4 in the last 45 seconds. As Islet playing on his Paredes. Paredes, it's a low mongrel sort of kick. Labastida in a foot race against Riley. Labastida, awareness, back to Edwards. Edwards circles and sends it into the middle corridor looking for Calder. Nudged down under the ball. Will be the recipient of a free kick. This is a game breaker.
Yeah, it was there. Ryan Narhouse just pleading his case, but he was caught behind, and as all forwards should be, in front Jackson Calder. And we've seen him kick a few bags, or a couple of bags, a week of 7 and a week of 6 and a couple of finals, so certainly knows where the goals are, and certainly if St Mary's are going to be any chance to win, they need this guy to fire tonight.
Calder will go back and he'll kick from about 20 out, a bit over 20 out. But no angle to speak of really. Right foot, beautiful drop as we saw last week with his 7, and he gets his 4th.
Bit of spark there for St Mary's. Great support from their crowd getting into the game as well. Trying to grow that extra leg as we just see Calder. He's got a terrific technique for anybody, let alone for a tall. There's not a lot of movement between hand and foot. Not a lot of time for things to go wrong. Great technique, great kick on goal.
So the 31-point margin becomes 19.
Yeah, and Andrew Wills will be a very happy coach. Heading into half-time, we've just gone over 24 minutes now. Ball thrown up in the middle. Grenfell down. Saints are a bit more up and about now. There's a bit of a vibe about them. St Mary's, Nightcliff, sorry. Get this one out. Ryan Moo goes with a wide handball to Henderson. Low. Burning ball off the deck. Raf Clark trying to get back. Cheek off the deck. And they picked out a free kick. And it's a throw.
This is, again, disappointing for St Mary's. They're heading into red time. They just needed to get, some numbers back, close the game up, let Nightcliff get an easy clearance. It's just like St Mary's just fell asleep there at that centre bounce. And their defence were 10 or 15 metres off their forward. So disappointing if Nightcliff were able to get a goal here for the Saints.
He's using up a bit of the shot clock, Nick.
Absolutely. You sure is, the little fella. Holt fits for goal number 2. It's been super impressive. Again, the kick across the face, wrestle on, ball still in play. Sean Wilson can't drag it in. Lance, nice clearing kick. Robinson, sticky hands, plays on. Edwards tells Calder to go back. Calder and Nyhouse on a one-on-one, but Calder went to ground and Nyhouse won that one out.
Yeah, he played for that. He thought he'd get a second one. Nyhouse, so up to it. Of course, to Brown, who spills it. A mark's been paid. Well, he probably had enough of it. Nick's waving his hands around to call play on.
I don't know.
But Brown, given the benefit of the doubt, he's just tripped over his own feet there. We'll just watch it on the replay. Yeah, I think he's had enough of it.
Okay.
So, Brown, though, picks out Brew. He hasn't really been hot tonight, Brew, as he goes across to Philo.
No.
Philo goes out wide to the scoreboard side. And it's going to be picked up by Henderson.
How good's a sigh from Breton Toy?
Henderson kicks it up the line. Not long now before half-time. The flyer was Clark. Moo on the ground though. Cleans it up. Here come the Tigers inside the 50. Oh, Butcher is taken out by Melville. Cleaned up by Saunders from Saints. Trying to get in there was Lant. Clever though was Wills. Back to Moo. Hurried right foot kick inside the 50 again. And the mark's going to be taken by Melville. I think he's going to go back and have a shot here. This is well within his range, considering what we saw in the first quarter.
Yeah, good, and it's turning into a bit of a longish quarter. St Mary's had an opportunity to take the ball down the other end. Jackson Calder lost his footing and they were able to switch out the other side, and quick transition, and we're able to see Melville having another shot on goal.
Melville will come in. He's going to kick, I think, from about 48. In fact, 52 as the siren sounds. He set it straight up. It's going to go long across the face. And the umpire signals a point. So they claw it
Can we
back.
make sure everyone
Extend
stays
their
off the
lead by
ground,
1
please?
point.
We know kids on the
9
ground at
59.
half-time
Play
while we
6
run the
goals,
Hot 100
3:39
sprint.
Half-time here at TIO.
Thanks, guys. No kids on the ground. Thanks, guys. So a 19-point lead to the Nightcliff Tigers at half-time, and we get ourselves ready for the Hot 100 sprint. Hey, buddy.
We understand that a trip in the Territory can take a little longer than a trip down south. So we'll make sure your car is insured whether you're driving it or someone else. Or you, or someone else. Or you, or someone else. Yep, you get the picture. And we get it too, because we're here too. TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance. We're for Territorians and their mates.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero. Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
Can we get all the kids off the ground, please? No one on the ground at half-time. Sorry, guys.
Listen up, kids. Make school your story. Help you succeed and rise to glory.
Safe to go to school.
So go the distance. Attend every day. Learn and listen. School holiday rocking with love or break.
Time with friends and family is always right.
But when it's time for school, don't get slack.
It's safe to go to school. Can't wait to get back. So don't cut corners.
Do the full term. It's safe to go to school and it's time to learn. So don't cut corners. Do the full term. Make school your story and it's time to learn.
School returns February 2021. Written and authorised by the Northern Territory Government.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
On Territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital. Television production energised.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for the Hot 100 Women's Sprint, last year's winner was Ashanti Bush from the Buffs. Taylor Maddock came in second from the Crocs, and Lucy Hamilton from Pints. And in the men's Hot 100 Sprint last year, Nathan Muse from the Tigers won it. Sandy Brock, the umpires.
School-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS schoolwear quote today.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy.
I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
We're here for when the heavens open and the winds howl. We're here for when the water just won't stop. We're here for the wet and we're here for the dry. We're here because we know there's nowhere else you'd rather be.
And there's nowhere else we'd rather be either. TIO Home Insurance. We're for Territorians.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
In the women's Hot 100 Sprint, lane 1, Sarah Wilson, from Tracy Village. Lane 2, Evangeline from Buffs. Lane 3, Emma Stark from the umpires. Lane 4, Gemma Singh from the Waratah. Andy from Nightcliff in lane 5. Lane 6, Lucy Hamilton from Pint. Carrara Jean Baker from Crocs, and Letitia Lloyds from Wanderers. We're ready to go with the sprint. We're just waiting for the official results to come through, but what a fabulous race. If anybody up there would like to run in the men's event, you've got a couple more minutes to join in to have a go at the men's event. In third place is Evangeline from the Buffs. Second place, Jenna Singh from Waratah. And the winner of the Hot 100 Women's Sprint is Andy from Nightcliff. Congratulations, ladies. We're about to start the men's run. So we get the men's over towards the starting line now. That'd be great. I think there's a few Tiger supporters in the room. We're about to get ready for the men's Hot 100 sprint. I think we have one late entrant about to join us. Yeah, Cheeto by the boys. As we're getting ready for the men's Hot 100 sprint. So in lane 1, Jackson Breed from the Crocs. In lane 2, Nathaniel Cooper from the Buffs. From lane 3, Pamelo, which is pub from the Umpires. Ben Croc from Waratahs in lane 5. And Declan Sneed from Nightcliff Tigers in lane 2. We're ready for the Hot 100 men's sprint. We'll just wait for the official announcement. It looks like another Tiger victory, though. Waiting for the officials, though. Yeah, I know. In third from Waratah, Ben Cronk. Nathaniel Cooper from Buff, second. And the winner, Declan Singh from Nightcliff. Yep, there's definitely Tigers fans in the round. Thanks, guys. Well done. Congratulations to all participants. Had a go at that today. The boys are back on the ground as we get ready for the third quarter. Of course, a 20-point lead of the Tigers at the moment. It's going to be a tough third quarter. This should be a beauty. Enjoy the TIO NTFL Grand Final.
Welcome back to NITV's coverage. It's the 2020-21 NTFL Grand Final. Nightcliff 9-5, 59 to St Mary's 6-3, 39. Brenton Toy and Ash Manakaris. That was a great first half, wasn't it?
Yep, second half.
Yeah, it was. And I've got to say to you, there's a 20-point margin, but gee, we're watching some of the highlights here now. There's a 20-point margin. You wouldn't know it. Gee, Lachlan Taylor's had a great game tonight. He's been prepared to run and back himself. He took 4 bounces out on that far side. That's a great tackle by Paris. It is a real arm wrestle, and the score doesn't really reflect just how close it's been.
No, and I think there's one player for St Mary's, or a couple of players that have kept him in it. That man on screen there, Jackson Calder, he's their avenue towards goal, but it's the bookends. It's the other guy down the other end. Here he is right now, as if on cue, Raf Clark. He's just about mopped up everything. He's sagging back, creating sort of the extra for the opposition. St Mary's, we just see a little bit of a shove there. There's the 50, I think, for I think Nick Yarran ends up getting it.
Well, Kane Riley actually gave away that free kick. We see him chasing here and pushed him out. It was not necessary.
Yeah, Paredes, I think, takes the mark here, and I don't think he kicks the goal.
No, he misses that, which is a bit of a shame because he judged it so well.
Yep. Yeah, but so for Saints, I think Raf Clark's been their saving grace so far. Few of their better players need to get into it. Jacob Long, we've hardly seen him. Shannon Rioli needs to get into it. Sean Edwards is starting to eject himself in it. For the Tigers, Philly Wills has been okay. Cameron Eilert, when the game's in the balance, is in there. Shawnee Wilson starting to I guess, put himself into the game as well, and their forwards have been okay. Melville's been a handful down there. Butcher's been tough, but Kane Riley across halfback, so hard to find any passengers in the Nightcliff outfit at the moment, and certainly a bit of improvement left in St Mary's.
No, so I'm actually looking at Sean Wilson. I think he's leading the way at the moment in the Cheney. 2 reports so far. Raf Clark got reported for a headbutt, and then Ryan Nyhouse got reported as well.
Charge, I guess, yep.
Back in the middle at TIO Stadium, Grenfell with the tap down. Cam Eilert. It's a nice wrapping up tackle. And we'll have another crack at it. Daly Andrews. Now the umpire's just having a bit of word to Mr. Eilert, saying, just cool your jets, pal. Ball thrown up. Grenfell pushed out. Ooh. Stacks on again. And we'll have another crack.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I saw Shawnee Edwards winding up there for a chip kick.
Ball thrown back up. Quick out of the pack is Williams. Paredes, slick handball. Rioli gets run down. Nice pressure from Nightcliff. Parnell on the right. top of the square sort of set up. Gets over the back. Calder fires out the handball. Rioli instantly wrapped up. Williams with the kick. Finds the target. And it's Nate Paredes. And he'll have a shot from about 15 out.
Yeah, again, just willing football by St Mary's. And I did mention a player who had been quiet that we hadn't heard from too much, and two involvements there. Shannon Rioli just keeping the contest alive. Paredes in front took a mark, should kick the goal.
Paredes forgot his first for this evening. Oh, stuck it left.
You know, they really needed that one, and I dragged that margin back from 20 points. They've moved it back to 19. Nyhouse will look to restart from fullback. He's had a serviceable game. Plays on now. Not a huge amount of options, so he goes up the line over the head of Philo. Parnell will mark it uncontested. Hurried handball off to Lant. Lant left foot kick, intercepted though. And they will settle it down and bring it outside of their defensive 50 eventually through Wilson.
Wilson, right back pocket, lowers the eyes. Got Kane Riley, just marks within the boundary line. Looks to head long down the line. Bowls Raph Clark over the back, can't drag it in. Quick hands away, and they are away. Holt Fitz on the outside, is going to get this one. Has plenty of time, has plenty of space. Just pops it over the top. Nice little chiseler. And it's Kyle Emery. Indicates the umpire is going to have a set shot. Difficult kick.
Certainly capable, Emery. Noted goal kicker.
He's already got two.
And the Saints fan absolutely giving him a serve over the fence. There's little two kids to the right of screen. Emery for goal number 3. And out of bounds on the ball. He's made an absolute meal of that. St Mary's fans, let him know.
Well, have a restart. Back right pocket for St Mary's. Lant doesn't have a huge amount of options. Short lead, ignores that. Now he plays on quickly. Kicks it up in the direction of Sean Edwards and Grenfell. Flying at the back is Robinson. Wilson there, clever. Can't quite pick it up. Sock it on. Edwards trying to keep it going. Yaron comes in, picks it up. Oversteps it. Now he gets a hurried handball out to his teammate Robinson. Right foot up the line. In there was Lant, the other Lant. And the ball will go out of bounds and thrown in just to the left of the Nightcliff interchange. Dominic Brew, the nickel medal coming on. Nathan Brown we see on screen. Grenfell wins out against Bowles. Eilert, quick hands to Philo. Haven't called him much tonight as to Lant. Back out wide, he's got the runner there, and that's Parnell. Parnell then plays on and sends it up inside the forward 50, then Polder's direction, who's got 4. Hurried kick off the ground was Paredes, made up for the miss, and kicks his first.
Felt 7-point play, Brenton.
Absolutely, on purpose there, Nate Paredes, but look, I think there's part of the key is finding another avenue towards goal that's not Jackson Calder. All Calder needs to do is provide a contest and get some numbers to his feet, get him to the right spot, hitting it at the right time. And as we see Lant there's Paredes, position A, throws it on the boot. Much needed goal for St Mary's just to narrow that margin again, and certainly keeping themselves in this contest.
Back in the middle. As Kiaran just runs up to Sean Wilson on the ring. 13-point margin now. We've gone 2 minutes in the third quarter. Grenfell out of the ruck. Paredes. He's doing it all. Kick inside, taking 50. Robinson. Good mark. And this is definitely a different St Mary's outfit, Brenton.
Yep, and the crowd certainly getting into it. The 19th man out on the field for St Mary's. The supporters out there. But big Grenfell just did the body work in the ruck. Got his own clearance. Got a quick kick out. And as you expect all forwards to be in front, Robinson took a nice mark down at ground level and hopefully should go back for St Mary's and put this one through.
What do you think, Nick? He played up back last week. How do you think he's going to go in front?
Yeah, not too bad. I don't mind him. Very deliberate shot. It looks like it's gone a bit right. Hits the post.
Well, Saints clawing their way back in. It might not look pretty, but they're doing the work. Nyhouse restarts it to his teammate in Cameron Islet. Two-time Nichols medal Islet over to Nathan Brown. Brown told to play on. He goes up the line, the scoreboard. Clark is there, had his arms taken away. Play on is the call. Knocked forward though. Picked up by Lant. Inside the forward 50 they go. The flyer is called, or off his hands. Can't gather it up cleanly. Trying to lock it up there though was Yaron. And umpire Morrison will come in and ball it up. Taking control.
Jack Long pictured there. Of course, ripped his hammy off the bone a few weeks ago. Ball thrown back up. Plenty of numbers around this contest. Daly Andrews spins into trouble. Don Brew putting the tackle on. Holding the pill. Nice tackle from Dom.
I was going to say, it's good to see Andrews back out there taking the field again after receiving a solid knock from Ryan Nyhouse in that second quarter.
Dom Brew, the Nichols medal winner last Sunday night. Looks to move it quickly down the centre wing. Big fly from behind. Edwards keeps his feet and gets run over the line. And we'll have a boundary throw. No, out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, it came off his boot just as he got to that line.
Quick play on. Kick up to centre forward. Wilson underneath it. Robinson there for St Mary's. Cheek spins into trouble in the end. Ball pops out the back. Lant paddles it forward. Goes off the deck straight out of bounds. No, it stays in. Wilkinson. He sees it over the line now. We'll have a boundary throwing.
What we're seeing, I think, Brent, you tell me, Saints were very much clean possession first half, one-handed, one-hand clean possession. Maybe just a few fumbles starting to drop in.
Yeah, I think a little bit of fatigue. The conditions always look dry here at TIO Stadium, but there's always an element of dew, a bit of moisture in the air with the humidity, so it can be a bit deceiving.
Oh, Wilson with a flyer. It was a bomb from Cameron Islet. Wilson judged it the best. And will actually go back and have a shot for his third. A very serviceable game, Sean Wilson, for the Nightcliff Tigers. And as you said, Brenton, often underrated.
Yep, absolutely. Obviously, the dew and humidity not an issue for Wilson on that occasion. Just a taken contested mark and super player, super servant to the club.
Wilson comes back from 45, leans into it, and looking for that extra yardage, pushes it left. And they stem the flow slightly as Cheek plays on. Gives it over to Wilkinson. One grabs it. Now it's a 1-2. Out they come. The quick hands. Tyler Saunders was interfered with in the contest. Play on's the call. Hurried handball. Long is there. Jacob Long trying to hug the boundary line, and the ball goes out of bounds, but they've got it out of their defensive 50, and they're about 70 around.
Right in front of the commentary box we are. We've got the best view in the house. Ball thrown back in. Grenfell, Drogmuller. Just goes with a mid-air sort of setup from Drogmuller. Nice kick. Finds Melville in a bit of time and space.
And again, not pretty. Drogmuller just competing in the ruck. Kicked it out of the air, fortuitously landed in one of his teammates who threw it onto the boot and went for a bit of a spiral down the ground. And again, Melville, this is what your forwards doing, playing in front, presenting it to footy.
The big fella, Trent Melville, for goal number 2. 45. Kick underway. It's nice off the boot.
Fantastic.
It's a massive kick. That cleared, a good 15, 20 metres out the back of the goals, went through mid-goal post height, and there's a lesson for everybody out there. All of the juniors playing a little bit of holding on there. Grenfell on Drogmuller. Quick kick forward there, and as you see Melville, he's just left Wilkinson in his wake, and on the move in front, bit of momentum, and what a great finish we're about to see. Kicks it very hard, a lot of distance on it. What they needed, because St Mary's were coming.
Well, there's a saying in football, be predictable to your teammates and unpredictable to the opposition. It was like Melville knew that Johnny Butcher was going to get it on the boot straight away. Grenfell against Drogmuller in the middle here. Great bounce from Galbraith. Straight up and down. Can't get a hold of it as Edwards. Now he can get a hurried kick away. Saints winning out of the middle again. Ferreira got tackled and then got out of it. Puts it straight on the boot to the running Calder. takes it down a heap of teammates as Paredes tries to get it forward again. It's come to the hands of Jacob Long, who puts it through and they answer back within 30 seconds.
That's what they needed, and that's what Jacob Long needed. He's been very quiet tonight. He was a super defender over the last couple of years, providing a lot of that drive and run out of the defence. Different role for him the last few weeks there. As we just see, I spoke about it before, Calder just needs to provide that contest. As we see him come out, Paredes at ground level, Lant at ground level, gets out the back there. Jacob Long, Johnny on the spot, right place, right time, gets the goal in reply to the Nightcliff goal down the other end.
13 points the difference. It was 20 at half-time.
We've got a game on our hands.
Arm wrestle.
Back in the middle. Nice bounce from that umpire. Trogamola wins it down. Wills runs himself into trouble, gets a handball away. Kick up to centre half forward. Raph Clark comes in from the side. Doesn't quite drag it in. Ball pops out. Williams off the deck, fresh airy. Clark. Daly Andrews, well done by him. And they're away now. Edwards has one bounce, has a second, gets to semi-half forward, lowers the eyes. Calder can't drag it in. Labastida around the corner, Labastida!
Wow, what are we seeing? Terrific fight back here by St Mary's. Just super tough through the middle. Sean Edwards exploding out of there. And again, Daly Andrews involved, just clears it out. Grenfell, quick give off the ground. Edwards just put space between him and his opponent. Crossed the line. Clever use. Don't know if it was the right option. But as I said, Calder just needs to provide that contest and get the smalls underneath him. And they're every chance to score, St Mary's.
And a free kick has also been found. And it'll go to Robinson. Well, the oldest man on the field with daylight second has kicked that goal, and now Robinson has a chance to turn it into a one-point ball game. And he does.
What is happening? We on.
It is on.
We are on.
It is.
The third quarter's the premiership quarter.
Absolutely, and what a fight back from St Mary's we're witnessing here, and the Nightcliff Tigers, I don't know if it's panic stations yet, but they'll be wondering what is going on out there. I'm not sure if they've just fallen asleep. Farlow's been quiet. Dom Brew's been unsighted. Cameron Islet had a first good quarter and a bit, but has been quiet lately. But expect to see them fight back right now, the Tigers.
We have a one-point ball game here at TIO in Darwin. Picked up by Philo. Philo hurry kick, bouncing ball. Lockie Taylor is there and Ryan Mood, two speedsters. Taylor wins out with some help from a teammate. Borks one, beats the tackle onto a teammate. Here they go again, loose, shrugged off the ball. Taylor now dives on it, gets punched, pushed in the back and will draw the free kick. Well, he's probably lucky because if he didn't get pushed, he was going to get done for holding the ball. He dragged that in.
Lockie Taylor, right half back to St Mary's. Kick long down the line. Grenfell can't drag it in. Nightcliff with numbers around the ball. Saints arrive. Just locked in. Go backwards with the handball. Island under all sorts of pressure. Ball pops out now. Melville, nice hands. Labastida. The kick is a good one. Paredes. Right half forward for St Mary's. Looking to put it inside, attacking 50 with a long kick. Calder flies. Ball on the deck. Islet gets a handball away. Nightcliff, the numbers, average kick. Here calls Raph Clark. Runs himself into trouble. Gets a handball to Edwards. Edwards off a step. Kick to the top of the square. Calder can't drag it in. Bodies flying around everywhere. The ball pops out. Lands on the left around the corner. It's a sausage!
It's on!
Well, we have got a game on our hands here at TIO Stadium. Henry Labastida, the old warhorse, involved again. Raph Clark, he's been pretty close to St Mary's best tonight. Sean Edwards, we know he can break a game open. Just pumps it in long. This is what I'm talking about. Jackson Calder, give a contest. Nyhouse under pressure. Great pressure from Yaron. And Jack Land on that left foot there. What a great finish there, just wove the needle through.
He did not have a lot to look at. It was a little bit of a hurried kick, but I think Henry Labrastida, new lease of life. No, they haven't set up on the 6-6-6 here. And just to rub salt into the wound, there's a warning to Nightcliff. Haven't set up properly. Don't know who was not in the right spot, but it's gone against Nightcliff. Back in the middle, Grenfell and Butcher just run into each other. It comes into the hands of Cameron Island, who sends it inside 50. There's the man Clark. Well, Patton's game is Raph Clark. Puts it out wide to Lockie Taylor. The boundary line, unfortunately, will beat him and Kieran Parnell, both speedsters, and a free kick's been found. So Jackson Payne must have been interfered with off the ball. No, it'll go back even further than that.
Harry Williams.
And it'll go to Williams. Been a bit quiet tonight. Williams onto Parnell, onto the running Lant. That's Dylan Lant. Back to his teammate Underground, not real good. Comes to Taylor, speedster. Short pass finds Calder at the 50. Bring him back 2 metres. Calder would probably fancy himself from here. Instead he doesn't. He looks upfield looking for a target. He had Robinson, but dropping back though was the Nightcliff defender Thomas Boyd, and they will ease it out through Cameron Islet.
Cam Islet left back pocket, sorry. Asked to play on now. Kick long down the line. A lot of that ball work's been on that outer side tonight. Danny Butcher. Left half back now. Just looking to get a bit of control here. A Nightcliff. An old one-hander there from Brody Philo. Goes backwards, finds Islet. Islet just pops it over the top. Danny Bowles. Good operator on and off field. Comes back out to Islet. He's had a good game tonight, Cammy. And the free kick for in the back there. It's always there. Moves it quickly now. Wilson. He's right across ground. They got numbers out the back here. It's a nice kick just out of reach of Butcher. And that one's been run over the line nicely from Jackson Payne. And we'll have the boundary throw-in a few metres around from the Nightcliff goal.
It's a bit of half kick there from Wilson. Didn't really quite go to Butcher, but wasn't direct enough towards goal and just gave the St Mary's players an opportunity to mop it up.
Yeah, Butcher was optimistic there, asking for a deliberate out of bounds. Raph Clark dragged away though by Druggamulla, and it's cleaned up and brought out. Brown for Nightcliff chops it off, has time to steady and look further upfield. The leader there though was Druggamulla, and it'll go out of bounds. In fact, it was Melville, sorry, my bad. And it'll go out of bounds and thrown in, and Melville felt that he was interfered with in that contest. Not sure.
I will say this, I do remember being involved in some games throughout the year coaching against Nightcliff or supporting the Tiwi Bombers. We see Brew with the shot on goal and goes through.
Wilkinson just guiding that through.
But what I noticed about Nightcliff is that they didn't panic, and they had a lot of practice throughout the year on that clutch.
Yeah.
And knowing that, you know, when the game's in the clinches, that they've got the ability to close it out. And so I don't think they're panicking. They've been in this position before. They're ready for it. It's just a matter whether they can put it together.
Nice kick in the Payne direction. Nice ball coming from Cammy Islet. Moo paddles it forward. The quick kick from Butcher. Straight up in the air. Players underneath it. Wilkinson, Philo, wheels around on the left, Philo, across the face.
And he got taken down after disposal, so I think the ball's going to come back. Well, luck's a bit of a fortune. He got taken down, he got asked, do you want that score to count or you want to have another shot? And Brody said that he'll take another shot at goal.
Yeah, we'll see if we can see on replay the actual free kick after disposal that's gone to Philo.
Well, if it's Cheek standing the mark, he gave away a similar free kick in the first half. Decidedly unhelpful. 4 points the difference here at TIO Stadium. Nick, we looked at 20 points at half-time and suddenly Saints a 20-point deficit turned into a 4-point lead.
Absolutely. Philo, have another crack at it. Kick on the way. He's across the face.
Same result.
So Dylan Lant, full back for St Mary's, and the kicking duties all night, as he has throughout the entire final series. He's going to stick this in the Raph Clark direction. Raph Clark flies just over the back. Rioli gets a handball away to Robinson. Sells some candy. Clark with a nice kick down the line. Just can't drag it in. Was that man Harry Williams? And we'll have a ball in.
You just go into defence mode now if you're St Mary's and just make sure that you come into three-quarter holding that lead, or do you try and extend it, Ash Menakaris?
I think you want to try and... I think you've just got to keep playing football and the score will take care of itself. But St Mary's definitely have momentum. Grenfell won it out to Rioli. Smothered off the boot. Paris will pat it and then pick it up. He balks once, twice, then goes forward. Hold it. Being held was Kyle Emery big time. Well...
Yeah, John Morrison
picked it up.
He's picked it up.
Emery was being held there by Saunders. And Emery has a chance here to look inboard. And he does. And he's got three options there, including Butcher. It's going to fall short. And it'll be Henderson. That'll go in. Bailey Henderson. He's already got one. And it was a good goal too in that first half. And he's going to go back and have a shot at goal and really settle things down. They trail by 3 points as we head into, well and truly into time on. Heading into time on here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. It's been a cracking grand final so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And St Mary's started off like a house on fire, kicked the first few. Nightcliff came back, extended their lead out, and St Mary's miraculously have clawed their way back.
Bailey Henderson from 49, directly in front. Pushes it to the right. So they claw it back to 2 points.
Those behind starting to add up for Nightcliff now, 10 goals, 9, so not overly accurate. And those are the ones that you're right in front that you need to kick.
So the kick coming from Land. Edwards flies, can't drag it in. Nightcliff with the numbers here. Emery dropping the ball, surely. Umpire says play on. It's a 2 o'clock 2 up. They didn't pay it. Hands over the top. Parnell wrapped up in a tackle, has no one to give it away to. Nightcliff coming back. But dropping back was Payne. Good contest coming over the side from Melville. Goes backwards with the handball. Wheels off a step. Just overcooks it. Saunders covering ground for St Mary's. Didn't get it. Cheek. Ball up.
Yeah, good umpiring from Mark Noonan there. In fact, no. He's going to be overruled and a free kick's been found. Well, something happened when they were on the ground there. Umpire Galbraith signalling that Cheek may have driven his Nightcliff opponent into the ground.
An elbow, yeah, it was a shove in the back. I'm not sure what it was, but not what you want at this stage of the game. And you know, I'm not saying the umpire's wrong. You just don't want to be, you know, as a player, you don't want to be giving anybody any opportunity to give a free kick against you.
No, it's Hammond, I think, with the ball. We'll just see if we can see it on the replay here. So the play stops. No. Hammond comes in, right foot, pretty much in front. And they turn the 2 point deficit into a 4 point lead as we head to three-quarter time shortly here at TIO Stadium.
Yeah, again, this third quarter has been outstanding, just been a seesaw affair. Nightcliff starting with the lead, St Mary's coming back. Nightcliff, you know, working their way back into it again. Saints getting a couple of goals on the board and, you know, stretching out that lead. But we just see here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's a forearm on the back of the head.
Yep.
And so high contact, that's what it is.
Yep.
As Dylan Lant jogs into the middle. We sure have got a game on our hands here. 4 point lead to Nightcliff. 22 gone in the third quarter. Ball tapped over the top. Moo in space. Kick into the 50. Fly. Butcher. Melville.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now Nightcliff want to be careful and don't give away, you know, a reversal here. Just go back, get up, take your shot on goal, and then maybe let the opposition know about it after it. But get the job done first.
So St Mary's just found themselves in front. Now Nightcliff find themselves 4 points in front. Bit of our foghorn sort of set up from the crowd there. Melville. Goal number 3. Kick on the way is right.
Could be costly. That's 10 points now to St Mary's 5 behinds. So very inaccurate. And like I said, those goals that they've missed have been some pretty gettable goals. And they can quite often come back to haunt you.
Lant, full back. Asked to play on. Puts the wheels on. Kick in the butcher direction in the end. Daly Andrews. Can't get it out. Wills gets a nice handball away. They're back in attacking 50, but Lockie Taylor chopping that one off for St Mary's. He's telling him to calm down now. Cue in the rack for the third quarter. Goes long to a contest. Edwards at the front, best position out of his hands. Harry Williams, there we go. It's three-quarter time here at TIO Stadium. We have got an absolute ripper on our hands. Nightcliff 11-10-76 to the Saints 11-5-71. We'll be back with the final quarter right after.
We understand that a trip in the Territory can take a little longer than a trip down south. So we'll make sure your car is insured whether you're driving it or someone else. Or you, or someone else. Or you, or someone else. Yep, you get the picture. And we get it too, because we're here too. TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance. We're for Territorians and their mates.
Kazali's Palmerston Club has been renovated. Come check out our brand new cafe, open 7 days a week. And with the new Kids Club, we are the perfect spot for a worry-free catch-up with friends. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gathering or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel, really feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing could ever bring me down. Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Dedicated sports zones. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, come and see it. Still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store. Now open at Casuarina Square.
We're here for when the heavens open and the winds howl. We're here for when the water just won't stop. We're here for the wet and we're here for the dry. We're here because we know there's nowhere else you'd rather be.
And there's nowhere else we'd rather be either. TIO Home Insurance. We're for Territorians.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
After an outstanding third quarter by the
Welcome back
Saints.
to TIO Stadium.
The Tigers went into three-quarter time, 5 points up. This should be an absolute blockbuster.
Just holding on to
Final
a slender
quarter.
lead.
Enjoy the rest of the grand
11-10-76
final.
to St Mary's. 11-5-71. Nick O'Reilly, Brenton Toy and Ash Manakaris bringing you the goods.
Wowee, what a
Yo.
game we've been treated to so far. As I said, it was St Mary's early. Nightcliff coming back, getting on top, asserting their ascendancy, and the true grit of St Mary's and that ability to fight it out have brought them back to within 5 points. And a bit of ill discipline going both ways, a few 50s, a few double goals we've seen tonight, or a couple of them. which might have been costly, but it's Nightcliff inaccuracy in front of goal. They're 11-10, 76 to St Mary's 11-5. So if Nightcliff can be a little bit more direct and convert in front of goals, they should win, but St Mary's definitely in for a fight.
Great shots of the crowd there leaving the ground. It might take them a whole quarter to get them off. There's that many people here at Marara. It's tremendous to see them all here. The grandstand pretty well full, and that seats about 4,500. And then there's a good smattering around the outside. So, and they've witnessed a great game of football. Only 5 points the margin.
Interesting to see what happens to this centre clearance. This will be the all-important first one.
Last quarter tips, gentlemen, quickly.
Tigers.
Saints.
Tigers.
Ashmanakaris, let's get us underway.
We're away. Fourth quarter. Premiership glory on offer. Kicked away. Here comes Saints winning out again. Yaren's going to win the race to the ball, but it's going to bounce awkwardly. Wilson's got time to get in there. Yaren, though, gathered with composure. Looking for Robinson. Robinson, 2 bites, takes a grab. Ignores Shannon Rioli. Wants to send it in deep, and he's got Lachlan Taylor there. Has it palmed away from him. Taylor trying to keep his feet. Play on, and it's kicked out. Outside of the defensive 50 of the Tigers. Sean Edwards will lead the race to the ball. Doesn't one grab it. Hurried out of it, though, by Henderson. Tripped in the contest. Play on's the call. Robinson picks it up, sends it in. Paredes knocked off at Calder. And a free kick's been found, and it's going to go against Paredes. And it's going to go to Brown. Well, Nick, you're shaking your head there.
Yeah. Nathan Brown to Paris. Chips it over the top. Nightcliff will look to get the sting out of this pretty quick. Riley just can't quite keep it in. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and turn inside there, Kane Riley, and get his opponent inside out. Not really sure, yeah.
Contact below the knee? No. I'm not really sure what that was for.
Right in front of the commentary box. Centre wing sort of action. Grenfell smashes it forward. Sean Wilson in a foot race with Long. Wilson just paddles it forward. Long gets him to ground and out of bounds. We'll do it all again.
Just in the lead up to the grand final this week, I saw a story on when you're talking about the Longs. Noel Long was over at the St Mary's Club doing a talk. And I think, 11 premierships at St Mary's. That is incredible.
Holy dooly. Noel Long, what a legend. Grenfell smashes it forward again. This time to Islet. He paddles it forward. Nightcliff looking to clear things. Parnell can't quite drag it in. They're away through Holt Fitz. Not the best kick. Might work out for Butcher though. Payne with him. Payne just goes off the deck, does well. Lockie Taylor out in space. Getting harassed from behind by the quick Monez Wakefield. He goes again, keeps his feet, goes to the ground now. Paddles it out the back. Out of bounds.
Yeah, good work there by the St Mary's player to get over and help out.
Lockie Taylor has been very good.
He's been extraordinary tonight. Young fella.
Well, let's see. We go here. Grenfell really got to start in that ruck. Loose on the ground. Trying to get in there is Robinson. Danny Butcher picks it up. Gets wrapped up. Little land.
You know who hasn't touched the footy a lot tonight but has been outstanding, and that's Kieran Parnell. I've just watched him, and he has just shadowed Brodie Philo everywhere he's gone. So no easy kicks for Philo. Parnell has sacrificed his own game, but certainly had a big influence on slowing down Brodie Philo.
Danny Butcher puts it out in front of Wilson, and this is dangerous if he can one grab it, and he does. Low tunnelling kick goes towards goal. It's bouncing inside the square. The body is there. Robinson, in fact it was Payne, knocks it across the line for a point. So they extend it. 6 points the difference here. 3.5 minutes gone here in this final term.
Wilkinson plays on. Long booming kick. It's a good one to young Jacob Long. Kicked that unbelievable goal in that third quarter. Really started the momentum for the Saints. Long kick in the Robinson direction. Goes to ground. Shannon Rioli keeps his feet, gets a handball away. Edwards has one ounce, has a second, gets to 55, just pops it over the top. Calder in a one-on-one with Nyhouse. Goes over the back. Calder off the deck. Oh, Calder gets his 5th. And the Saints even it up. 11-77 to 12-5-77. Oh, Brenton.
Wowee. Shannon Rioli just involved there. Sean Edwards, we just love it when he just explodes and he takes the game on 2 bounces, crosses the 50. Could have gone deeper. Calder, Nyhouse, you need to do better. If you're not going to mark that, son, you've got to punch it over the line or do something. Don't let it out the back and let Jackson Calder run into an open goal.
And the big fellas kicked 5 again.
Absolutely. And so what's his bag in the final series? He's had a 6, a 7, and now a 5.
Yeah, not bad.
And there's still 16 or 20 minutes left in this term. Final quarter. Could Jackson Calder be the difference for the St. Mary's Green Machine? Grenfell just grabs it out of the ruck. Hurried handball to Edwards. Here they go again, the Dylan Lant. Hurried kick, Yaron sockers it off the ground inside the 50. Bouncing, Shannon Rioli puts the burners on. Can't get it, takes out the Nightcliff defender. Ball goes out of bounds to be thrown around. Gee, they were willing that forward.
Yeah,
the Saints side.
St. Mary's just playing with a whole lot more energy and intent. I don't know what the answer is for Nightcliff in the midfield, but Saints certainly getting on top. And if they can keep it down this scoring end and capitalise, it's going to make it tough for the Tigers.
Ash Manakaris, what happens if it's a draw? We'll come back to you in a minute. Yep. I've got no idea. Ball on the deck, inside 50. Philo quickly out of the pack. Lockie Taylor uses the body. Jack Lant gets a handball away. Williams gets wrapped up in a big tackle. Dylan Lant off a step. 48 out. Oh, tell me! Dylan Lant!
Wow, again, wow. That's all we can really say. They got beaten out of the midfield. Again, Jack Williams involved in there. Shannon Rioli involved. Wilson in there. Not the best kick coming out. Taylor involved. For Saints is Jack Lant. Harry Williams gets it over to Dylan Lant. He's a terrific finisher on that left foot. Didn't need too much time and space to put that one through.
And what just rewards for Dylan Lant, because he's been a bit of a workhorse tonight with not much reward. So a 6-point deficit. Scores level becomes a 6-point lead. 6.5 minutes gone here. Final turn. Drugamuller oversteps it. Comes out to a teammate, Phil Wills. Wills, right leg heavily strapped, puts it on the boot. Parnell punches it away. Picked up by Moo, a little speedster. He turns, puts it on the right. He's got Eilert, the skipper, punched away by Clark. Coming through with a teammate. And a trip.
In danger.
And it's going to go to Saints. And it looks like that's Yaron on the ground, and it is.
May have had his hand kicked off.
And fortunate, disrupts the run. Yaron. Wills intercepts the kick, the pass, and the pass was targeted towards the St. Mary's teammate, Harry Williams, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Well, what happens if the scores are level is we go to Golden Point. So there'll be a bit of a break, 5 minutes, and then the play will continue until our side scores and the deadlock is broken.
Golden Point can be a behind.
Golden Point can be a rush behind.
Roger that. Grenfell wins that tap down easily. Here's Paredes. Smothered ball. Philo wrapped up immediately. Williams with the handball. Dylan Lant. Kick in attacking 50. Calder in a one-on-one again with Nyhouse. Robinson front and centre. Feeds off the handball. Jack Lant runs himself into trouble. Feeds the handball over to Andrews. Paddles it forward. Kick on the way. Is a sausage! He gets his first and extend the St. Mary's lead to 2 goals, Brenton Toy.
Just the energy and the momentum, the buzz from the crowd. I think it's working in St. Mary's favour to get him over the line. Dylan Lance again just pumps it in long. He started this change. Calder provides the contest. Robinson involved. Jack Lance in there. Follows it up. And again, Daly Andrews, we saw him cop a heavy hit earlier. He'll love that goal. Just following up. Well, hard work by St. Mary's. That's what's got them to where they're at now.
And Calder is yet to go for a mark. If you notice, every time he's in the contest, it's one hand. He's just bringing it down to ground.
Yep.
He's actually not trying to mark it. Can they do it again? Punched away, though, by John Butcher. Wilson with a fresh airy. Lant picks it up and just puts it out in front. It's a bit of a foot race here. Who's going to get there first? Oh, they both overrun it in the end. Now here they go again. Hammond to Robinson. Robinson with a hurried handball. They still can't get a hold of it. Labastida diving on it, dragging it in. Robinson, quick hands out. Here they go, and they've got Paredes there at the front. Lucky Taylor!
I'll tell you what, Robinson's been so good as he just flies under the radar, but he's been getting the job done at half forward.
Him and Daly Andrews, they just continue to work so hard, and certainly this guy here, he has just run all night, Lockie Taylor, out on that far side wing, so it'd be great to see him get rewarded for his hard work. What an amazing turnaround we've seen here. I thought it was going to be Nightcliff running away, but this last 5-10 minutes of St Mary's final quarter has been outstanding. They've really started to put the foot on the throat of the Tigers.
And Taylor will go back. He's ignoring everyone. Deliberate shot at goal. 89 plays, 77. Saints in front, 12 points. Can he make it 18? Drifts off to the right, and instead the margin becomes 13. 10 minutes gone here in the final term. 14-6, 90. Plays 11-11, 77.
Nyhouse trying to go with a bit of urgency. Finds Nathan Brown, right back pocket, pops it over the top, looking to control it here. A Nightcliff. Possession footy, Bretton Toy.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what Nightcliff want to be doing. They need to score and score quickly because they're certainly under pressure in St Mary's with all the momentum.
Parnell wrapped up in a big tackle. Eilert feeds it out straight over the line. What's the umpire going to say? Ball it in.
Oh. Benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, I'm sort of sitting here looking. I'm trying to find the answers. Where's it going to come from? Is it Brody Philo? He's been well held tonight. Cameron Eilert hasn't had the game that we know that he can play. Philip Wills has hardly been cited. Dominic Brew, the Nichols medalist, called him maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the night.
Eilert off a step. Kick up to half forward. Wilkinson uses the body, puts the punch on, pops over the top, follows up with another tackle. Ball stays in for now. Over the line. Umpire Noon's there, getting the job done.
The thing about Saints is they've pretty much had a winner on every line, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
You know, when you go up the spine, they've had a winner everywhere. Wilkinson, Raf Clark. Up forward, they've had Calder.
Smart move, and I know we talked about Jackson Payne being down back, but I reckon that extra body size down there has helped him out tonight.
Well, Wills has outsmarted us all. Oh, there was a high tackle there, and Nightcliff have a chance to claw it back here. Philo got taken out high by Wilkinson. Umpire Morrison was right on the spot. And Brody Philo will have a shot at goal. We'll watch this on replay. A bit of a hurried kick, not much in it. Philo goes to ground. Bang.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I reckon that might get looked at on Monday morning. Philo directly in front. Just runs straight in. Cuts that margin by 6 points.
I don't want to put too much pressure on Brody Philo, but that we need to see more of that from him if Nightcliff are going to be any chance. I've rated him as, one of the top 2 or 3 players in the competition over the last few years, and we need to see more of that from him tonight for Nightcliff to be any chance of winning. Emery's another one. He's been pretty quiet. He's been well held down there, but it's been the work of Raf Clark, I think, that's held that St Mary's back 6 together. Wilkinson's a bit of a no-nonsense player down there. He's just going to do his job.
Is that the one that's going to fire Nightcliff back up? They get it back to 7. We have got an absolute ripping game on our hands. Back in the middle. Looks like Robinson's lining up for Saints in the ruck this time, up against big fella. Ball pops down. Long being held onto by Eilert. Umpire's putting the whistle away. Can't quite get Boots a ball. Eilert wrapped up in a tackle from Rioli. Ball pops out now. Nightcliff with the numbers. High tackle. Umpire really has put the whistle away. Parnell gets worried out of it. Brown there for Nightcliff. Drags it under Parnell. And we'll have a stoppage left half forward for St Mary's. So it's all happening here at TIO. 7-point margin. Ball punched forward. Paredes works under it nicely. Kane Riley there for Nightcliff. Tackle coming from Yaron. Paredes under this one. Gets wrapped up instantly, and we'll have another stoppage.
They're just under immense pressure, the Tigers, anytime they get the football. And if you're St Mary's, Andrew Wills and the coaching staff, you'd be quite happy to sort of play this slow play footy.
As it kicked forward, Clark and Emery. Emery's got the best of it, keeps it tattled in front of him. Doesn't want to pick it up now. He's had to overrun it. Clark comes through and gets it once. Wrapped up, spun, handballs away. Moves in there for Nightcliff, trying to pick it up. Under pressure from Taylor. Lachlan Taylor asking the question. Moo just guided it out of the bounds, and the ball will be thrown in right in front of the Nightcliff spectators.
Wowie, the crowd's getting into it. They're loving it.
The goal here would be great for Nightcliff. Put a point in it.
Ball thrown back in now. Drogamola, Tyler Saunders, can't drag it in. Nice tackle coming over the top from Long. Umpire letting this one go. Drogamola fires out the handball to Wilson. Runs into trouble from Paredes. What a hit from that man. Robinson gets a handball away. Paredes again, like a workhorse he is. Cam Ollett stands the mark. He's got Lockie Taylor out wide. This man has been absolutely sensational tonight, the young fella from Geelong. Sells candy on the big man in Drogamola. Runs around him easily in the end. Gets the kick up to half forward in the colder direction. Ball pops over the top. Labastida goes to ground. Nick Yarran off the deck. Paddles it forward. Drags it in now. Gets wrapped up in an Nias tackle. Calder for goal number 6. Oh! And St Mary's get it back out to 13. 15 and a half gone.
Bit of a shock to the system. We've got goosebumps sitting here in the commentary box. Great work there. Jackson Calder getting onto the end of it. But just look at the pressure. Henry Labastida, Nick Yarran, Robinson's in there. Calder, I think if there was an MVP for finals, he'd be it. But a great finish there. And just great work. And just their forward pressure's been outstanding.
I actually argued again, it was set up a bit earlier where Paredes had that hit on Wilson to force the turnover, drew the free kick. And then went again, and it was kind of a square up because Wilson's hit Paredes twice tonight. And Paredes squared up with him then. And basically, that was the turnover that led to the goal. And in fact, there's going to be a warning. Who's it going to be to this time?
It's against St Mary's.
It's against Saints.
Kieran Parnell.
Parnell hasn't got to the wing position. 6-6-6, of course, is the rule. Parnell, you can see at the back of the screen there, just getting to that centre wing position. Butcher tries to tap it and then grab it. Now he leads the race. The ball takes out his own teammate. Eilert onto Edwards, juggles it once. Now it has a bounce. Edwards, right foot, sends it in deep. The Calder, punched away by Ryan Nyhouse, former Fremantle Docker, as it's picked up by Eilert, who then undergrounds. It's picked up by Dylan Lant. He's already kicked 2. Lant over the top onto brother Jack. Jack with a right foot stabber. Goal! And a 6-point margin comes to 13 and a 19, and the Dream Machine is in front.
This is unbelievable, Brenton Toy.
Absolutely. St Mary's finishing this game off like they started, Nick and Ash. I did not see this coming. I will be honest with you. I did not see this coming. I thought that Nightcliff were going to have enough in the tank. I thought they were going to have enough depth through their midfield. You know, and they've got a team of champions that the Tigers do, but this St Mary's outfit, it's a champion team and they know how to win.
First to 100.
That's it.
And Nick O'Reilly picked it.
Yeah. You both owe me $5.
Oh.
Even though we didn't put money on, but just give me $5.
I'll
anyway.
happily pay the $5.
I'll go and buy you a free drink from the bar.
Back in the middle. Butcher to Wills. It's fair to say that ended next one, Nightcliff. Brody Philo just chips it over the top. Wills works into some space. Doesn't have a lot on long down the line. Heads that way now. Saints players everywhere. Payne with the punch. Nightcliff troops arrive. Nice tackle. And it's a free kick come to Nightcliff. And it's in the back. And it's going to be Dom Brew. And if there's any time this man needs to stand up, now's the time, Brenton Toy.
Yes, he needs to. He's been quiet tonight. And what is that margin? 19 points. So I think they'll need to kick this. There might be about 6 to 8 minutes to go.
Dominic Brew on the left. Kick. Top of the square. Punch through. Easily in the end. We're not St Mary's defence getting the job done again.
And I'll point it out again. This is Nightcliff's 12th point. St Mary's have only kicked 6 points for the game. So that inaccuracy from the Tigers has certainly cost them tonight. And a few of those goals, or the points they kicked, were certainly gettables. And it has come back to haunt them.
Kick comes up centre wing and punched straight over the line. And we'll have another stoppage. What happens now, Brenton Toy? Do St Mary's try to, these stoppages more and more often and kill the ball a bit?
I think so. Just stop play after stop play, kick it wide, have a boundary throw in around the outside. No clear possession. Don't take any big risk for big rewards. Let's just play it safe and try and run out this last 5 to 6 minutes of the game.
There's a bit of hugging out there, so they're going to restart that boundary throw in as we're approaching red time. Time on here at Marara Stadium. Oh, one-handed handball. Bowles is going to go there, and he is. Great pressure there. And they're just inspired. And is it Lachlan Taylor again?
Yeah.
I reckon it is.
What?
He's a sneaky chance
for the Cheney. He's a sneaky chance.
Sneaky chance for the Cheney, or will they go there? And he
that's it. Just give him the Cheney.
I think, and Calder off his chest. Nyhouse was at the back. Hurried kick, Rioli. Wrapped up, no time. Grenfell does, though. Not a great handball. Edwards tries to go underground to beat his opponents, and he's got pinged for holding the ball. Well, he burrowed, so I kind of see why that was. Brew now restarts, goes sideways to Philo, Nichols medalist to Nichols medalist. Philo goes inside the 50. Raph Clark, fantastic game tonight, can't mark it. In there is Cheek, ball still loose. Ryan Moo hurried, but he gives it to the intercept of Cheek. Cheek from centre half back, kicks it towards the left, to the right forward flank. It comes off, it's Jack Land. Sockers it into a teammate. Kane Riley dived in. Play on is the call. Brew will clear it out and they'll go forward again.
Raph Clark there doing the job again. Gets wrapped up in a tackle. Ball spills out. Umpire says play on. Paris on the right. Kick inside. Will just get in attacking 50, but coming back is Parnell. A free kick's been paid.
There's a hold downfield and it's going to go to Nightcliff. But to who? I'm not sure.
I think it's going to
it's going to go to Emery.
Yep.
He got held off the ball.
For goal number 3, it's fair to say they need this one. Kyle Emery goes back and absolutely drills it.
Well,
gives them a little sniff.
I did talk about the clutch factor that Nightcliff do possess. They've got some great ball winners in there. It's just going to be a matter if time is on their side or not. But certainly St Mary's are going to be doing everything to try and slow this game down as much as possible. And what an incredible couple of weeks that they've had off-field. They've copped a $10,500 fine. Their coach has been suspended. They lost the game anyway for playing ineligible players. And to see them respond in the way they have off-field and keep their focus, on-field has been outstanding, and a credit to, I think, the coaching staff, but probably more of it has to be handed to the playing group.
More than 30 Premier League premierships the St Mary's Football Club has, including 5 in a row. Edwards in, can't quite pick it up. In there again was Rioli, can't get it. They've all dived on it. I'm not sure what Grenfell's asking for. And umpire Jamison Galbraith will go in and restart. Clock slowly ticking down. Just over 22 and a quarter minutes gone. 90 trails 102. Labastida, oldest man on the field, kicked a great goal in that third term. Wrapped up there. He's still letting it go, trying to get it out.
Jack Hammond on the ground.
And they'll restart it again. So the pressure is right on.
And Shorey's gone just about 23 minutes in the final quarter.
The St Mary's bench players there just itching to get out on the ground, so I think they can be out there when the final siren goes, because I reckon the Saints have got this.
Tyler Saunders gets a punch over the top. Here's an opportunity. Henderson. Oh, there's a sneaky little sniff. And Nightcliff get it back to 6. Holy dolly.
That clutch factor. I don't want to put the moz on Saints. I thought they were going to.
You just did.
Oh, yes. I did. I apologise, St Mary's supporters.
These I'll be waiting for us in the car park, Brent.
Yes.
Blame Brenton Toy, one of their favourite sons. Ex-favourite sons.
Yes.
This is going to be a very important clearance. Very important.
Brew, Philo, Islet, the Nichols medalist, all of them in the midfield.
Now let's go Butcher. Butcher versus Grenfell. And a free kick's been found. There's a hold, and it's going to go to Nightcliff at centre half.
Wow.
And it's going to go to Ryan Moo, and it's going to go against
Philo will be looking
Nicky
for a
Yarron,
handball
is it?
here. Somebody,
Here we
Cameron
go.
Islet.
Oh,
made a
the
mistake.
handball. It's a hurried kick from Islet. 50 out to the goal square. It's going to drop short.
There he is.
Faces houses Raph Clark.
Did he just catch the Cheney medal?
No. I don't know. He came close, but Clark goes sideways to Wilkinson, who's just going to chew up the clock. 24 minutes gone.
I thought that might be the Cheney medal for Raph Clark, that one.
Was that the final opportunity for Nightcliff? The kick comes out. Grenfell stands underneath it. Only minutes to go, you would think. Brody Philo wheels around on the left. The kick to the left forward pocket. Fly from the side. That's out of bounds.
It's a good result there for the Tigers because that boundary throw-in stops the clock.
And for our actually it doesn't. So for our interstate viewers, the clock keeps going when the ball goes out of bounds in this league.
And for intra-territory commentators also.
20 around from the Nightcliff goal. Ball thrown back in. Can't be too long left. Butcher with the tap. Quick clearing kick out of there from St. Mary's. Islet stands underneath it. Keeps his feet. Gets his handball away. Stays in. Quick kick. Top of the square kind of setup. Tyler Saunders can't drag it in. Raph Clark's down there for St. Mary's. It stacks on. Tyler Saunders scrapping in there trying to feed it out.
There is not a player forward of the centre circle of the St. Mary's end. Not one.
Yep, only one player, I guess, right now for St. Mary's outside their defensive 50, and he's about to run in there. Every St. Mary's player now are in the defensive 50.
One's gone over the line. We'll do it all again.
Oh, and time now, the enemy for the Tigers. Maybe a minute.
I would rather the ball be there, though, than anywhere else on the field, to be honest with you, Brenton.
15 around from the Nightcliff goal. Ball thrown back in. Important clearance to win this one. Butcher taps it forward. Nathan Brown down there for Nightcliff. Stacks on. We'll have another stoppage.
And the clock doesn't stop during these stoppages unless the umpire blows time.
Joel Morrison telling everyone to get the heck out of there. Ball on the deck. Philo in space. Gets dragged down. Yarron. Holt fits. 360 style. Feeds a handball out. Quick kick around the corner. Oh! Holy crap!
What?
It's Butcher. Plays on around the corner. He's snagged it. Oh my goodness. That's a draw. We're all locked up. We don't have long to go. We have no idea how long to go. But it's all level here at TIO.
I'm sorry, Saints. I did it to you. I said that you'd had it. Who knows?
Was it that Butcher?
Yep.
What a great goal. What a courageous goal. What an effort. Every player was inside that 50-metre arc, both teams. He goes back, and then to back himself, he just played on quickly, knew time was against him, and kicked a great goal.
He's so lucky the siren didn't sound just before he ran and played on.
Yeah.
Just that awareness. He must have known.
Well, everyone is on their feet here at Marara in Darwin. Grenfell. If the last knockout was important, so is this one. The Butcher puts it on the boot and sends
there it is.
Oh! Holy Dooley. We've got ourselves a draw here at TIO Stadium.
What a game.
Do not leave where you are in front of your TV screen because we have a 5-minute break and then we're going to go Golden Point. This has been quite the game here at Marara.
Nightcliff 15-12, 102. St. Mary's 16-6, 102. We can't quite believe it. We'll have a quick break and be back with extra time right after
obviously
this.
we're going to draw in the final. We're just getting confirmation on what's going to happen now. If you can just stay off the ground, of course, and we'll get back to you really shortly with an outstanding grand final. And we'll come back with what's happening. What we're going to do is advise both seeds and the coaches and captains what the process is, and then we'll let you all know. Righto, so what's going to happen for extra time, for overtime, is we'll have a 3 or 4 minute break here, and then 5 minutes. And then there's a 2-minute swap over. The coaches aren't allowed to talk to the guys. They just get a quick drink, and then we have 5 minutes from there. So there's 5 minutes, a 2-minute break, and then 5 minutes. And we'll get started in a few minutes. So again, what's happening for extra time? 5 minutes, and then a 2-minute break. The coaches aren't allowed to speak to the players. They'll swap ends, and then we'll play 5 more minutes. All right, we're going to get ready.
Welcome back. 2 5-minute halves coming up. Extra time kind of set up. It's all locked up.
So I got it wrong. There's no golden point in Premier League. Golden point in every other grade.
Right.
So 2 5-minute halves.
Correct.
Winner at the end of that second half wins the Premiership Cup. And I don't think I'm prepared to tip this.
No, I'm giving up.
Extra time about to resume.
Just a reminder what's happening. We got 5 minutes.
Here at
then a
TIO
2-minute
Stadium.
break, swap over, and 5 minutes.
2 5-minute
in the
halves,
grand
2-minute
final.
break in the middle. The all-important centre clearance. This will be an interesting one. Saints kicking to the left. Nightcliff kicking to the right. Grenfell. Butcher wins the tap down. Paredes goes without it. Yaron tries to feed out the handball. Lands off the deck. Kick up to centre half forward. It's Nightcliff. Kick up to centre half forward. Tyler Saunders and Emery. It's been a great battle. Payne. Saunders. Emery sits on top of Payne. Umpire putting the whistle away. Saunders feeds a handball away. Grenfell. Williams. Saunders again. They're covering ground. Kick off the deck. Oh, Raph Clark ran through. Didn't give away the free kick. Cheek. Under pressure. All sorts of pressure. Holding the ball.
Yeah.
And you just feel as though Nightcliff have got that momentum from the end of the final quarter, and they've brought it straight in here, Brenton.
Yep, absolutely. And I spoke about their clutch factor. They know how to win when it gets tough. And certainly on this occasion, Holt Fitz will want to go back and kick the goal, and they'll look to settle again. But you can't really go past their experience. The Islets, the Philos, the Wills, the Wilsons. Around the ground. Holt Fitz has been around, so hard to go past Nightcliff, just their pressure, but St Mary's certainly in this fight to the end.
Holt Fitz for goal number 2 from 35 out. Kick on the way. Hits a post.
Well, the deadlock's at least broken.
I was going to say it felt
handy
weird.
point.
Yeah, it's a handy point, but it felt
It's a shame
weird
it's
after
not
that centre bounce, because it almost felt like we were back at the start of the game again.
Well, Wilkinson will restart this game now with Nightcliff 1 point in front. St Mary's defender Wilkinson drives at 60 metres out. Interfered with in the contest. Play on is the call, though.
Spoiled each other.
Yeah, they did spoil each other. Robinson with a big hip and shoulder. In there is Brew, can't pick it up. And the ball will be wrapped up on the left half forward, kicking to the right of the screen. Nightcliff.
Robinson done extremely well then to shut that ball straight back down. Joel Morrison throws the ball up. Tap forward. Holt Fitz puts a sneaky little step on, kick around the corner. Raph Clark goes to ground. Nightcliff with the numbers. Butcher goes without it. Grenfell just gets it out of there at all costs. Nick Yarran in the foot race. We've got a good contest here. Goes to ground. Arrives Lant. Gets a handball away. Yarran on the right, down the line. Robinson in space. Playing with his hands. Pops it over the top. Jack Lant can't quite get there in time. Cammy Islet. Tumbles. Umpire found a free kick. It's going back to Cam Islet, and he'll look to reload from right half back.
Islet goes sideways to his teammate, Joel Butterick. Butterick then sends up. Flyer was Philo. Couldn't bring it down. Well, he got a bit of air then.
Yeah, he did, and maybe that's what we need to see, a bit of spark from Brodie Philo. He's one of the better players in the competition. He's been well held tonight, but when he gets going, very, very difficult man to stop.
As Grenfell will take front position from Butcher. Butcher kicked the goal that actually levelled this game. Philo, though, picks it up. Hurried handball to Brew. Brew with a hurried kick again. Saunders is in there. Wilson, danger man. Steadies, puts it on the boot. It's going to bounce free and nowhere. Payne is there. Wilkinson is there, and so is Emery. Melville.
It was a 3-on-1.
Yeah.
And that was a good result for Nightcliff in the end.
Absolutely, because the Saints had sagged back. Ralph Clark has been outstanding today, just dropping back into that hole and, you know, covering some space there for St Mary's.
This could be Ralph Clark's final game. I'm not sure. But I have heard around the grapevine this could be it. Ball thrown back in. Grenfell winning it down. Ferreira tapping it forward. Brew charging through like a bull. Gets dragged down. Tyler Saunders goes off the deck. Good pressure coming from Paredes. Dylan Lant wrapped up. Wilson gets into space, but the free kick's coming back to Dylan Lant for a hold.
So St Mary's just want to start Tigers want to start rolling some numbers back. It's 4 minutes 21 on the clock. It's a 5-minute term, I guess. So they just want to try and make sure that they stay in front going into the break.
We're going to have a restart here. 55 metres around. The crowd is on its feet as we are in the commentary box. This has been a memorable grand final, one of the best in the last decade. Loose on the ground, taken high was Holt Fitz, and there's a throw being paid, and it's against Nightcliff. It'll go to Jacob Long.
It was against Don Brew. He threw it in the air and then punched it, so it's a throw every day of the week. Jacob Long. Long kick down the line. Robinson flies from behind. Nightcliff with the numbers around the corner. But Paredes chopping it off, and there we go. That's the end of the first term.
Kane Riley putting his hands in the air. I think he thought he'd won with Golden Point, but obviously a misunderstanding there.
Right, what's going to happen now? The coaches aren't allowed onto the field for this 2 or 3 minute break, and then we'll start the final 5 minutes. We'll swap heads and play the 5 minutes. So the coaches aren't allowed on the ground during this part of the extra time.
So just a couple of minute breaks here.
Well,
we swap over and then we've got 5 more minutes to go to the grand final.
At the top left of that screen, the goal umpires are conferring to make sure that the scoreboard is accurate, and in a minute they should wave it away. There we go, the score's been waved away. So 15-13, 103 plays, 16-6, 102. So what do we got there? 28 scoring shots to 22. Yep. Those points you talked about, Brent,
costly early,
have come back to haunt Nightcliff.
Absolutely. As everyone clears the field, everyone getting told to do so in a timely manner. Let's get this job done. Play about to resume the second half of this extra time period. Nightcliff by a point. Umpire Mark Noonan just doing the final checks before we get underway. Yep.
This is going to be a hair-raising 5 minutes, even for you, Brenton.
Yes, thank you very much.
Jeez, the jokes are coming in
absolutely
thick and fast.
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm on your team, mate. I'm going bald as well, don't worry.
Quick question, just to change the topic. Who gets the medal for the coach if St Mary's win? Is it Andrew Wills or is it Anthony Vallejo? Or whose name goes in the record books?
Andrew Wills, wouldn't it?
Andrew Wills.
Who's going to get the Cheney medal? That's the other question. There's about 3 contenders in my mind.
Yeah.
So Mark Noonan's on these comms talking to someone now. There's a...
Right.
All right, here we go.
I think they're just waiting for the 2 minutes to wind down.
Play to resume. Ball thrown back up by Nunes. Grenfell with the tap down. Fresh airy. Dombrou, who's just lifted a notch. Quick kick coming out. Butcher in space. It's going to be closed down by Levestida. Nice pressure coming from that man. Lockie Taylor gets wrapped up in the tackle. Gets a handball away. Taylor off the deck. Up to centre wing. Nice pressure from St Mary's, but it's coming back up to half forward. Raph Clark underneath it. Oh, Holt Fitz. Lowers the eyes. Oh, drop mark. Spoil coming from Wilkinson.
Yeah,
and there's the free kick being played.
It was there.
It was there, and
Wilkinson just had too much momentum.
Yeah, because he was caught out of position, and the Nightcliff player really should have taken the mark. What a great speed there by Holt Fitz and delivery. Melville should have held that over the shoulder in the back.
Well, I got to say to you, the bloke you actually don't want it in the hands of is Trent Melville, because he's been dead-eye tonight.
Absolutely.
And that's probably that is well within his range.
And
well
time
within his
of
range.
the essence as well.
Yeah.
Trent Melville for goal number 3. Will kick from around 40 out. Slight angle. Kick on the way is a goal. And they extend the lead to 7. We've just gone over a minute here in the final term of extra time. And Nightcliff out by 7 points.
Yeah, again, and look, we haven't been critical of Dominic Brew tonight, but he has been quiet, but he was certainly involved in there and getting that clearance out. Wilkinson in the background there, disappointed. Melbourne's been terrific tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how he got that kind of space on his opponent there, but certainly the Nightcliff midfield going to need to win another clearance here and try and make sure Saints can't score.
Grenfell did get the tap, socket off the ground, held up. Play on's the call. Still loose, trying to drag it back in. Nightcliff just lifted a notch. Brew, again, you just mentioned him. Emery leading the race to the ball. Saunders goes to ground. Henry Labastida with a turn of pace for an older man. Picks it up, forces the error. Robinson has time inside the boundary line. He's got to kick quick, and he does. Well, up the ground, but Kane Riley dropping back for Nightcliff, and will settle it right down and chew up more of that clock. Only 2.5 minutes to go.
Kane Riley, left half back, goes long down the line. Robinson stands underneath it. Ball on the deck. Moo gets a handball away. Wilson wrapped up immediately by Tyler Saunders. Ball pops out now. They're away with the kick from Hammond. Up to half forward. Raph Clark backing back. Wilkinson with the fist. Oh, they've got numbers out the back. Oh, they're away here. Oh, Butcher. Oh, Melville it was. He couldn't drag it in. Lockie Taylor. Oh, they've dodged a massive bullet. Here's Kieran Parnell. Has a bounce. Has to. Goes with the handball to Daly Andrews. Middle of the ground, TIO Stadium. Not long to go. The kick up to half forward. Edwards in space. Goes around the corner. 1-on-1. Calder. 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 Point.
That's the point. Is an important point. That is an absolute critical point. We've used up a minute through that call, Nick. Great commentary. Oh, no, it was a good call. That was tough football.
He almost had it, Big Jackson Calder.
He did. He judged it beautifully. Fingertips, couldn't grab it. And they bring it back and restart. That's terrible. Not going to be touched.
That's a free kick.
And he didn't leave the goal square. He kicked it from the inside.
He hasn't paid deliberate out of bounds. So let's watch this replay. Yeah, gee, there wasn't much in it. You know, if he gets that, just that little bit more curve.
Ball thrown back in. Robinson goes over the back. Grenfell off a step. Top of the square. Calder working into position. 2-on-1. Kane Riley coming over the top and knocking that one over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in. 35 around from the St Mary's goal.
Are we going to see double extra time? That's the question.
We're going to need to see it in the next 45 seconds, I guess, if St Mary's can get a goal. Nightcliff will throw everything at them to hold them out.
Back in. Grenfell. Fresh air, he couldn't get it. Kicked quickly. It's 2-on-1. Punched away, though, by the only Nightcliff player there. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. At 4 minutes 30, the clock doesn't stop. We're getting close to 5 minutes. The end of this second extra time period. And I think the Nightcliff fans can sense a premiership. It's a three-peat for the Tigers.
Clutch factor.
Ball on the deck. Bodies flying everywhere. Brown gets a shove in the back.
He wants
Holding
it.
the ball. Oh, he's paid
The
it.
last, no, 50. Oh, that might be it.
So the ball pops out now. Oh, here's Harry Williams against his old club. Gets wrapped up in a tackle. Now, what's happening here? The whistle's blown.
Yeah, he's called time, so the clock should stop. He's called actual time. What's going on here?
Okay.
Signals on the side. The siren hasn't gone.
Ball thrown up. Wilson off the deck. That should be enough. Up to Melville. Melville around the corner. I think they've got it. Nightcliff. There's a race on the outer side. It's Boyd. Raph Clark.
Just a point will do.
Boyd. Across the face. Through for a behind.
That'll do it.
Yeah. You're suddenly looking at 8 points. They're going to score 3 times.
Yep.
Gee, this is a long 5 minutes.
It is. The clock's ticking to almost 6 minutes now, so it must have been some time on in this overtime period.
Well, unless the umpires actually put their hand up. So we're waiting here as a kick being taken by Brew. So for 4 quarters, Brew was sort of in and out of the game. Not really consistent, but for 10 minutes, he's been in it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The Tigers have won their 3rd premiership in a row. 16-14, 110. They beat St Mary's 16-6, 102 in extra time.
If we're behind, we never mind. We fight and win. Nowhere from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren blows. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold. Away from Tiger, yellow and black. Away from Tiger, eat 'em alive. Away from Tigerland. Away from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with the grin, risking head and shin. If we're behind, we never mind. We fight and win. Nowhere from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren blows. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold. Away from Tiger, yellow and black. Away from Tiger, eat 'em alive. Away from Tigerland. Away from Tigerland. Away from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with the grin, risking head and shin. If we're behind, we never mind. We fight and win. Nowhere from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren blows. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold. Away from Tiger, yellow and black. Away from Tiger, eat 'em alive. Away from Tigerland. Away from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with the grin, risking head and shin. If we're behind, we never mind. We fight and win. Nowhere from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren blows. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold. Away from Tiger, yellow and black. Away from Tiger, eat 'em alive. Away from Tigerland. Away from Tigerland.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2020 Premiership in an outstanding grand final, the Nightcliff Tigers. We'll start the post-match presentation shortly. Righto, guys, can we get both sides into the presentation area, please? Can we get both of the teams into the presentation area? Righto, guys, can we all get you over here, please? The presentations are about to begin. With the St Mary's guys into here for us, please, guys. Thanks, fellas. Can we get the Nightcliff players into here as well, please?
Yes, for that one, yeah.
Okay, everybody, congratulations to the Nightcliff Tigers. Thank you to all the family and friends for attending today. Congratulations to the players, support staff from both clubs for their efforts on and off the field. I'll get KJ Taylor to come up and he's present the award for the best on ground, the TIO Chancey Medal for best on ground for outstanding individual performance in today's grand final. And the player deemed to be best on ground in an outstanding Men's Premier League grand final is number 9 from St Mary's, Raph Clark. Thank you, John. Congratulations, Raph. I'd like to now ask the coach of the St Mary's team, Andrew Wells, to come forward and say a few words about the team.
I'm not a massive fan of this sort of stuff, public speaking at this time, but I just want to acknowledge the Nightcliff mob. You've been the standard for the last few years, and while I thought we had you, you just kept coming, and well done, boys. And to the Saints mob, just so proud of the way you all had a crack. There's nothing I can say that's going to make anyone feel any better, but to all the mob up in the crowd wearing the green and gold, and just to everyone who stuck by and stuck fat. Chopper obviously couldn't be here tonight, and I'm basically speaking on his behalf, so you blokes have been awesome. All the volunteers and supporters and everyone has been awesome, and cheers.
Thank you to all the St Mary's players, coaches and support staff on an outstanding season and an outstanding grand final. I'd like to now ask Chris Bucks from Nightcliff Tigers to come forward and say a few words about his team, Bucksy, and read the list of team medalists for the presentation.
First of all, just want to thank St Mary's, proud effort, proud club, to come out firing like the year you've had. Sensational. To Chopper, the committee, players, Raf and Shannon, just well respected. Yeah, plenty of future. And all the volunteers for St Mary's, just like to thank them. To our boys, super proud of ya. Dug in deep. I just don't do it ever again if I coach again. Just to our supporters, volunteers, sponsors, thank you. Committee members, Frankie, Shorey, Cammy, Wilsey, thank you. I don't know, to my family, Maylee, Finny and Jazz, thank you. Yeah, let's fucking enjoy it. Oh, sorry.
And we'd like to ask Betty Lou Fat to come up and present the medals to the Nightcliff Tigers.
Not yet, sorry, not yet. Number 1, Ryan Moo. Number 3, Jonathan Perez. Number 6, Liam Holtzfitz. Hello. Number 8, Thomas Boyd. Number 9, Ryan Nyas. Number 10, Cam Eilert. Number 12, Jolie Budrick. Number 14, Nathan Brown. Oh, sorry, slow up. Sorry, Brownie, slow up. Yeah, can't just... Number 15, Dominic Brew. Number 17, Bailey Henderson. Number 20, Trent Melville. 22, Daniel Bowles. 23, Brody Fowler. 25, John Butcher. 28, Kyle Emery. 25, Daddy Butcher. $29, Jack Hammond. Number 30, Kane Riley. $31, Hugo Drogmiller. $33, Shawnee Wilson. $37, Andy Mott Wakefield.
Stay there, Buxy. Last but not means least, of course, we'd like to present Chris Bucks with the John Taylor Medal for the Coaches Medal. Congratulations, Buxy. And, of course, Johnny Taylor presenting the medal. Now we'd like Ben Lufat and the member for Nightcliff, Natasha Files, will now present the Premiership Cup and flag to the Nightcliff Tigers captain and coach. Come forward, guys, and collect the flag. Wilsey.
Number 11, Philip Wills. Sorry. Oh. Thanks. Sorry. Come back up.
Because the rest of the team, Nightcliff Tigers, come up. Wilsey first. Wilsey still. Phil. Ladies and gentlemen, your TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Grand Finalists.
Oh, we're from Tigerland, a fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with the grin, we're risking head and shin. If we're behind, we never mind, we fight and win. Oh, we're from Tigerland, we never weaken till the final siren blows. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold. Oh, we're from Tiger, yellow and black. Oh, we're from Tiger, eat 'em alive. Oh, we're from Tigerland. Oh, we're from Tigerland, a fighting fury. We're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with the grin, we're risking head and shin. If we're behind, we never mind, we fight and win. Oh, we're from Tigerland, we never weaken till the final siren blows. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold. Oh, we're from Tiger.
See you next year.
Yellow